Hello and welcome to Dunleavy Field, home of the Sonora Wildcats. The visiting Ripon Indians are about to get set to face off against the Wildcats in Sonora's home opener find out how these teams will match up next on NorCal Sports TV. Broadcasting live from Sonora High School, I'm Levi Flores, and by my side is offensive line coach for Merced College Blue Devils, Jeremy Hurtado. Welcome to the broadcast.
How you doing, Levi? Great to be here. Watch some high school football. A little delayed. Supposed to be Friday, then Saturday. Hey, we're finally here. Monday Night Football live here from the Motherlode. Beautiful conditions, ready to get set between two teams here that both need a win tonight.
Absolutely. Both coming into the game at 0-1. And like you were saying, some cancellations of the games, but finally getting to play on these Monday night lights. A few days late, but at least they get to play. They're both on the field, getting ready to kick off. JV, Sonora won 20-12, which could bring a little momentum to the Sonora Wildcats with 7 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, and I mean, I've done this before where a couple years ago at Bret Hart, we had to play on a Monday night down in Escalon because of the fire situation, same scenario. And, you know, honestly, high school kids, they don't care what day it is. They'll play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. It doesn't matter. But it is kind of different, and it's kind of a unique situation where you go to school on Monday and then you play a football game. It's kind of a different environment, a different atmosphere. We, at that point, were the only team doing it. Now this week you have several teams in this section doing it. But, it does kind of create a little environment. Plus, you get that short week to get prepared for the next game. So there is some scheduling complications for a coach when it comes into it. But these two teams obviously worked hard to try and get this game, and I'm glad we're getting a chance to see them play tonight.
This is the first full season back due to COVID. Last year, they did get to play, and it was actually in March and April. Starting March 13th, I believe, was the exact date. The first football game was back for high schools. And for Sonora, they came in with a 2020 record of 3-0, beating all three of their opponents. Great job by Sonora. On the other hand, Ripon didn't have the best opportunities playing games, and they were 0-3 for the season. But when we look back at the 2019 season, which was the last full season since then, Sonora was 6-6 and Ripon 14-1, and they were second place in their Trans Valley League that had 7 teams in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with Sonora first. Like you said, you talked about the spring season. They were 3-0. They were led at quarterback by Bradley Curnow. He comes back this year, but a little different situation where him and Kenny Scott are both splitting reps as of last week. We'll see what happens this week. Kenny Scott to transfer over from Bret Hart. Them not having a program, him coming over, he actually is a Sonora resident that now came back to play at Sonora for his senior season. So that's kind of creates an interesting dynamic there. Scott loves to run the triple option. He's ran it all through the youth program here for the Wildcats. Went over to Bret Hart. Now he's back. So he got the start last week. He ran the triple option, didn't have very much success. Curnow came in the second half, and it was more of a air attack offense versus Oakdale where they were throwing the ball. Now, granted, they were down 34-0 at halftime, so you got to kind of adjust. But it'll be interesting to see tonight who gets the snaps to start the game and how do they split that time if they do, and who's going to be the passing quarterback / running quarterback this week against Ripon.
And we will see that in 5 short minutes. This pregame show is brought to you by the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction, Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers. Real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall. Benton Roberson CPAs, providing personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in the heart of downtown Sonora. Learn more at sonoraconferencecenter.com. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp pregame show on NorCal Sports TV. Sonora Wildcats versus the Ripon Indians about to set off. All the captains on the field about to flip the coin and see who's kicking off, who's receiving. But Jeremy, what does it look like for Ripon coming into this one?
Well, Ripon's an interesting situation. Last week they lost a high-scoring football game to East Union from the Valley Oak League by a score of 42 to 26. Excuse me. 42-26 last week, and what happened is the Ripon just basically ran out of gas. They were matching East Union until the fourth quarter, and they couldn't finish. And so, talking to Coach Museman earlier this week, NorCal Sports TV did, he said the thing they're looking for this week is they have to finish the game. They played great 3 quarters, they didn't finish the fourth quarter. Now, that comes from having lower numbers and having the guys play both ways all the time, and so he's real big today about finishing and competing. And so that'll be 2 things we look for here from Ripon as we get set.
The Ripon Indians section division rank is number 9, while Sonora comes in at number 4. Let's see if that lives up to the hype here on NorCal Sports TV.
Great nation we live in. We'd ask all gentlemen to please remove your caps.
KHB Construction. Make your dream home a reality. Enjoy the excitement and luxury of the home transformation you have always wanted. At KHB Construction, we are committed to clear communication and unmatched craftsmanship guaranteed to give you the best renovation experience there is. You dream, and we build it. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to...
So Ripon won the toss there. They will coin toss, they'll deferred, so they'll be kicking off. Sonora getting the first chance here on offense. So we're going to get to see right away who's that starting quarterback is going to be for the Sonora High Wildcats and how they attack this Ripon defense.
And these 2 teams have played 6 times throughout their history as schools, in the recent years anyway, as far back as we can look. Dating back to 2014, Sonora won the first matchup between these two, 35-23. And what I like to see in high school football is that the teams have about 2 years of how well their team does with the players that they have. The next 2 years, it'll be something different. It might be the same process, but it'll be a different team. And then the next 2 years, it'll be a different team as well. So when you put that into perspective here, 2014 and 2015, Sonora won. 2016 and 2017, Sonora won. In 2018, 2019, Ripon won both of those games. We didn't have a game last year between these two teams. So now it's coming back, and they will face off once again tonight. So we'll see if Ripon has that better team for the next 2 years or if Sonora does.
Yeah, it's really, cycles in high school football. You get classes that come in that are a little better than other classes per se. But, it's going to be interesting this night as Ochoa is getting ready to kick off here for Ripon. But I'm just excited to see another high school football game, with fans in the stands.
Football is back better than ever, full season, so we have 10 games apiece for most teams anyway. And here's Ochoa, a squib kick up the middle. It's going to be caught at the 25-yard line, taken up, finding his way through all the defenders, finally being taken down at the 41-yard line. Great starting territory for the Sonora Wildcats.
Yeah, good job there by Aaron Greenway. He picked up the ball on that little squib kick, actually one-handed, which a coach isn't gonna really like watching on film, but does a good job of getting north and south, and then tries to just run over a guy. Nice job there on the tackle by Ochoa, the kicker, making the play though, but Sonora taking over from their first possession on their own 41-yard line.
Talking about the quarterbacks earlier on in the pregame, coming out onto the field is not Kenny Scott, it's Curnow. As he hands it off up the middle, it's a fake. He's going to take it up himself, left side, finding his way into Indian territory. Going to take it for a first down on the first play of scrimmage.
There is a flag, though, on the play, so we're going to wait and see what that is. But, yeah, good job there by Curnow. Running that option here, as we see on the replay. Dive back, gets taken, so he pulls it. Nice job of switching hands, getting upfield, making positive yards. But I believe that's going to come back on an illegal block or some kind of hold against Sonora.
They have yet to move the chains. Referee still talking from the sideline.
Oh, it's correction, so it's going to be a face mask against Ripon. So not only does he pick up the first down, but we're going to tack on some more yards. So great job there on the opening play by the Wildcats of being sound offensively, doing your assignments, and getting positive yards, and a great way to start the drive.
And it will be a foul penalty from the spot of where it happened, and that was the 45-yard line, 15 yards up, and that will take it to the, well, it looks like it was going to be the 40, although he moved it all the way up to the 35.
They actually tack it on to the end of the run, so that's why.
At the Ripon 35.
Now they're going to change their mind and put it back at the 40, so there you go.
So the Wildcats will have it at the 40-yard line in Ripon territory. Sonora will take their time calling the play, as they have had two plays basically just from the kickoff and then from the first offensive play. Sonora a little confused on the field.
We got a clock issue here where they're trying to get the clock to run. It's going now, but it's first game for everybody. Things get a little confusing sometimes. Nevertheless, we're all reset here.
Few seconds shaved off the clock. Single back formation as Curnow drops back to pass right side. Has a receiver open in the hands inside the 20. Has nothing but the end zone. Touchdown, Sonora. 2 offensive plays for Sonora into the end zone, tacking on the first points.
Yeah, nice job there by Chance Pimentel. High point in the football, and Curnow putting it up back shoulder. Pimentel goes up, gets it, makes the defender miss, and goes into the end zone here. We see good job of blocking by the offensive line. Back shoulder pass, defender gets out of position, and then Pimentel goes into the end zone for the Wildcats.
And if you are familiar with Sonora High Wildcat football, you know that is not ordinary for their football team. Passing on the second play of the first possession, anything like that is just unheard of for Sonora, as the extra point attempt hits off the sidebar and falls short. So it'll be 6-0, 11:23 left in the first. Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net. Or by calling 209-736-0963. Sonora scoring on the first possession as they are up 6-0. The extra point attempt was no good. Hit off the right sidebar there, fell short, but Sonora will kick off to Ripon, and we'll see the first look at the Ripon offense in this one.
Yeah, great. Like I said, great job there on the play. We see the replay here, the extra point, a little off to the right there by Blackmore.
Kicking off for the Wildcats, number 11, Tim Blackmore.
And here's the kick for Sonora. A nice boot down the right side of the field. Inside the 5, it's going to be caught, and he will take it up from there. Down the left sideline, has a few blockers, gets past 2 of them, all the way down to the 40, still on his feet, breaking his way, steps out of bounds near the 45, and that will be Ripon ball from there.
Yeah, Nick Garcia able to push him out on the tackle, but hey, momentum plays. That's 2 of them so far. Sonora got the big chunk on the touchdown, and then the Ripon comes back and says, okay, watch this. Special teams going to come up special, runs the kicker over, goes down the sideline and knocked out of bounds. I believe it was either Nick Garcia or it could have been Michael Parnell who got credit for the tackle there. Either way, huge return of 35 yards for Ripon. Sets them up with great field position here to start their first drive at their own 42-yard line.
42-yard line. He did run for an extra 8, staying on his feet, although stepping out that much earlier, so they will have that much more to go until the end zone as we have a split back formation. Hands it off, taking away right side. Wildcats closing in, and that's Kenny Scott taking him down after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, nice job there by Manning. He kind of tried to get outside. Scott came up, made the tackle. Ripon comes out in that gun wing T look, and Manning tries to get the corner. Scott does a good job of just stringing it out from his corner position, and then finally comes up, makes a tackle. Manning, holding Manning to only a 3-yard gain.
And you're an offensive line coach for a junior college. What did you see there that the offensive line didn't do for him?
I mean, it's tough. You don't know their exact scheme. We'll kind of keep an eye on things here as we go along, but on that play, it just seemed like nobody got to seal the edge as an offensive tackle. That's kind of the job there, and then we didn't get that done. Ripon didn't get that done, rather, on the offensive side.
The stop of forward progress will be at the 47-yard line. Still in their own territory, 3rd and 3.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 5.
Nice job there by the Cats coming up, playing solid defense. Number 77, Christian James, making the tackle for the Cats.
And it'll be about 3rd and 5, as the quarterback is in the gun, split backs. One receiver on either side. Man in motion left to right. Looking to throw again. Hit from the back as the ball comes out, calling it a fumble. And he'll be tackled out at the 50, not quite getting the first down, making it 4th and about 3 for Ripon.
Yeah, great job there by Kenny Lilly. Actually, correction. Sorry, Caleb Johnston for Ripon. Heads up, pick up the play there as he was hit on the backside by number 65, Tyler Sells, creating the turnover. And I kind of thought Ripon would try and go for it here. This is one of those situations where you got to be careful here. Watch a fake punt. Something tricky here. You're near midfield.
And Noah Baker, who was supposed to be in the back to receive the punt, ran up and now having to run all the way back as it will hit at about the 16-yard line, bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, huge kick there by Ochoa. A little bit too much on it. But nevertheless, Sonora will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Looking at these two teams, a lot of upperclassmen, 12th graders, 11th graders for both of them. I see a few 10th graders, which are the sophomores, who usually play on JV, although they are now on varsity, getting set with these teams so that they could have 3 years on the varsity side. Although one name that I don't see on the varsity list for Sonora is the great Gabe Milbourne. And, he played football and basketball, one of the great players, but now he's playing for Oregon State University. Congratulations to him, and good luck on your future football career.
No, absolutely, and that's one of the question marks for the Cats this year is you look at the stats from last year, Kerno was 32 of 45, threw for 621 yards, 7 touchdowns. However, 22 of those receptions on 524 of those yards were to Milbourne last year. So who's going to be the big receiver that steps up for the Cats this year if they're going to continue throwing the football? So far, in this game at least, it's been Pimentel.
And Gabe Milbourne, too, he was the first football star that Sonora's had since Kahale Waring, who made it to the NFL, and we'll see if he can do that as well. As this ball comes out, drop to the left side, running up past the 30, finding his way all the way down for a first down, taken past the 37.
Yeah, good job there by Baker being aware. And again, that's something that kind of causes the Wildcats some problems last week against Oakdale. They turned the ball over a handful of times. On this one here, it's a bad pitch, late decision, and then the Ripon defender gets his helmet on the football. Luckily for Sonora, Baker was there to pick it up. Otherwise, that could have been a big scoop and score for Ripon and tying the game up.
Curnow under center. Man in motion, hands it off up the middle. And he will get down to the 44 to make it second and about 4.
Yeah, that's Greenway there from that fullback position, and that's the big play here in the Sonora offense. You've got to get the dive going because everything else is based off that. Once you get that dive going, dive, then you can pull it and either run with the quarterback or flip it out on that option. But if you're not getting positive yards on the dive, then it makes the rest of the offense hard to operate.
Second possession, not as easy for the Wildcats as Curnow once again under center. This time keeping it up the middle past the 50. First down, finally taken down inside Indian territory.
Yeah, absolutely here. Now, once they're inside Ripon territory, this is where you maybe look to see them take a shot again. They did last time. They got inside, first play inside Ripon territory, took the shot, went deep, got the touchdown pass. Wouldn't be shocked to see that he come here again on this play.
And as you saw on the replay, even though Curnow pulled out from handing it off up the middle, the running back could have gone just as many yards if he handed it off up the middle instead of taking it, but that's a chance that they were willing to take.
And it's really just a read play. Ooh.
And Curnow takes a big hit, and they will say his forward momentum was stopped at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from there.
Yeah, nice job there by Colin Speed, one of the guys that Coach Huseman said that we'll keep an eye out on defense here. Speed is a senior who came up big here for Ripon from his defensive line position there and just put a hurting on the Sonora quarterback. But again, that's just a read play. What they're doing is they're reading one of the defensive linemen. Depending on what he does, it determines whether the quarterback gives the ball to the fullback or he pulls it and keeps it. And that time, Ripon just did a good job of playing solid defense.
Flick out to the right side, making his way up. Gets about 5 yards on it, so it'll be 3rd and about 5, which could be a tough position, but we'll see if the Wildcats can commit and get the first down.
No, absolutely. Clifton's a big part of this Wildcat offense. At least in the spring he came out here and he had a pretty solid spring season. It's 19 carries, 63 yards. Also had 7 receptions for 57 yards. And so he's one of those slot/wing/ whatever you want to call him backs that Sonora has that he can do a little bit of everything. I'm pretty sure he threw a touchdown pass too in that first game against Gustine last year. So never know what he's going to do when he has a football in his hands.
Curnow looking to throw right side, has it for the first down, making his way for an extra few yards as he's taken out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but a first down first.
Yeah, and that's just a little stop route right there. The Vink, the defender there, number 7 for Ripon, playing off. So he comes up, sees it, just runs 5 yards, stops, makes a catch. I mean, it's an easy completion for the quarterback and wide receiver to get together on. It gives them a first down. Nice job of getting them, moving the chains, keeping the ball moving in positive direction for the Wildcats.
What's impressive as well is Curnow staying inside that pocket, getting the pass out. Staying in that pocket is not easy for young quarterbacks, especially when throwing, when you know you can possibly get hit. As this one's handed up, taking it left side, 3 blockers there, has one for himself, dragged out of bounds at the 10. Some people in the stands calling for a flag, although he got all the way down inside the red zone.
No, absolutely, and there's the dive play. Okay, that time you see straight dive. Defender misses him, and Greenway goes down the sideline here. Big play, big pickup for Sonora. Greenway converting over. Last year he played defense, or in the spring, he played defense. Now he's coming over him and actually playing fullback. He's also an outfielder for our baseball team, also plays some first base. So great athlete coming over, playing on the offensive side here, and then getting some carries in a big-time situation for the Wildcats.
Curnow taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 2.
Curnow, the ball carrier.
Gets up quite quickly for a big hit like that as well. And on the previous play, you saw the camera angle go off to the wrong running back, and that's just how tricky the Sonora Wildcat offense is. They have 3 different people moving constantly. You don't really know who has the ball, and that's why the defense can't really stop them that well. And it's even trickier when they try to pass because there's people downfield, but they don't think it's going to go to them.
No, absolutely, and that's the advantage the Wildcats have with this offense is it's kind of a hidden ball. It's who has it. You can't tell. Everybody does a good job of carrying out their fakes, and Curnow really does a pretty good job of running this offense here for only playing in the spring, getting the starts there on the varsity level.
Hand up off the left side, taken past the 10 to make it second and about 4.
Nice job there by Moberg. He came in to replace Greenway there, but Cooper gets the ball, gets upfield north and south. The defender there, Manning, comes up and makes the tackle for Ripon. But again, another positive play, picking up a big yardage, making it 3rd and short here for the Wildcats.
And excuse me, it's going to be 3rd and 4. I messed that up earlier, and we're having a little difficulty with the scoreboard on the field. It keeps cutting in and out, and the referees are going to check on that now. But until then, let's take a look at one of our sponsors.
Embers, wood-fired food. We pride ourselves in serving the freshest produce available. We buy organically grown ingredients wherever possible and buy from local merchants to help support our small business economy. All of our dressings and seasonings are blended in-house, and our recipes are handcrafted with love and pride. Our restaurant is loud and full of life, and as the only restaurant in
3rd and 4, hands it up off the right side, has an open lane into the end zone. Touchdown, Sonora.
And again, nice job there by Cooper Moberg there, getting the handoff, getting upfield, following his blockers into the end zone, then finishing it off by putting his head down and running over a defender to get in the end zone for the Cats.
And that will make it 12-0. 2 scores for the Wildcats in the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And there on the replay, you got to see Moberg putting his shoulder down, getting the defensive guy into the end zone with him. And now the Cats look like they're going to go for 2 here after they missed the extra point on the first attempt.
Curnow hands it off left side, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run.
Yeah, that time they tried to just flip the play, run the same play they just scored on the touchdown. Unfortunately, that time Ripon did a much better job of defending it. Cooper had nowhere to go, got wrapped right up. So you see here on the replay, the 2-point conversion attempt, 4 or 5 guys there for Ripon there to make the tackle. But, hey, the Cats are up 12-0 here early in the first quarter of play, even though the scoreboard says 12-6, but it's actually 12-0.
Embers, wood-fired food. We pride ourselves in serving the freshest produce available. We buy organically grown ingredients wherever possible and buy from local merchants to help support our small business economy. All of our dressings and seasonings are blended in-house, and our recipes are handcrafted with love and pride. Our restaurant is loud and full of life, and as the only restaurant in town with a wood-fired oven, we pride ourselves on the unique style of food we serve. So when you come to Sonora, come and take a seat at our table.
Blackmore set to kick for the Wildcats as it takes a bounce left side, and it's going to head out of bounds.
And the kick is out of bounds.
At about the 8-yard line. It'll be a penalty, taking it upfield for Ripon in better field position.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball again at their 40-yard line. So another kind of momentum switch there is Sonora. You're up 12-0. You have a chance to continue to build on that, and then you just kick the ball out of bounds. So you give Ripon another great field position at their own 35-yard line.
And on the previous possession from the kickoff after the first score for Sonora, they were at the 42-yard line, so not as great field position, but better than most times when you let it go out of bounds in the backfield.
No, absolutely. And now Ripon, they got to do something on offense here to answer. Expect them to try and get their big tight end, Bronson Burrow, here involved, I would assume. Him or Manning.
With the carry.
There's Jack Manning right there. Manning, leading returner, running back for Ripon from their spring season, only had 6 carries, 18 yards. So that tells you right there that although a lot of the Ripon guys are seniors and they didn't play in the spring. So there's a lot of guys that are playing their first offensive football game last week, and now this week they're trying to learn and gel. Coach said that this team hasn't really gelled as much as some of the teams in the past, and he's kind of looking for that to happen here, hoping soon. Hopefully this week, he said, but then with all the distractions and changes and kind of don't know if that was going to happen this week. So he was really excited to see how his team was going to respond to the adversity they've been dealt with all the changes in game times and locations this week.
Gain of 2 in the play, 3rd down and 4.
That last offensive possession for Ripon, they had multiple options. Finally took the third running back that was available. He went up the middle, got a few yards, but now it's going to be 3rd and 4. We'll see if they can convert on this 3rd down opportunity. DeGraff in the gun. Line set, hands it off. Taking around the strong side, has multiple defenders there, gets around the 1st down marker, sent out of bounds, and that'll be a new set of downs past the 50 into Wildcat territory.
Yeah, and that was just the case there of Manning just fast. I mean, 24 for Ripon. He tried to get out there, Caleb Johnson, and lead the way, but he kind of got beat up by his defender, and Manning just said, I'm just going to take it to the corner. There's nobody there. I'm faster than you are. I'm going to get to the corner, get up there, get the 1st down. So there wasn't really any scheme involved there. It was just, hey, I'm going to get to the corner faster than you can get there.
And Sonora was in a similar situation just a few minutes ago when they scored last, and you said maybe they'll go for a passing play, and they ended up doing it. So we'll see if Ripon might do the same here as they are now in Wildcat territory.
Yeah, they got their big tight end, Burrow, split out wide. I wouldn't be shocked to see him try and go to him here.
DeGraff looking to throw deep down the left side, has a receiver open out of the outstretched arms as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's Nolan Young, the receiver there. That's the other receiver they have. They got some weapons here. Young, a big receiver for him last year. In fact, he's the only guy on the team that had any points in the spring that returns for Ripon. Young had 2 receptions for 27 yards and 2 two-point conversions in the spring for the Indians, but he had a huge touchdown setup, 2 touchdowns rather, last week by making great catches and almost had another one there.
They did everything correct on that previous offensive possession, although just a little bit too much strength from DeGraff. We will see them here again as they have split backs around him. Man in motion coming from left to right multiple times, hands it off up the middle, has an open lane, decides to cut right, and taken down at the line.
Yeah, and that time Manning, he got a little excited. He should have cut inside, had blocking in front of him, tried to go to the outside, and then made the defender come up. Kenny Scott did a good job of wrapping his legs up, but if Manning cuts inside like the play is designed, he's going to get another 5, 10, maybe 15 yards up the middle of the field. Unfortunately for him, he decided to go outside, and there was Kenny Scott to make another great tackle for the Wildcats.
And now they're stuck at 3rd and 10, the Sonora Wildcat offense, not allowing the Indians to get past the mark from the 48-yard line.
Yeah, now for Ripon here, you're looking, they're going to take a timeout, so they're going to talk about it. But what they're looking to do is they're going to try and pick up at least half of this here. Half of this gives them a chance to go for it on 4th down, try and get a conversion. If they aren't successful to pick up half, they're probably going to punt.
12-0, under 2 left.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers, real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall.
That's right. Give me the stats.
12-0, 1 minute, 56 seconds left. The Ripon Indians have it at the Sonora 48. DeGraff is back in the gun with the wing T formation. 1 receiver on each side keeping it. 1 defender was trying there to stop him, and that one is going to be incomplete. Short pass as DeGraff was taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, great job there by the Wildcat defense, putting pressure on the play. Again, there was Jared Franklin for the Wildcats, along with number 50, Zach Moore, putting the pressure on, and then there we saw they were trying to pick up 5, didn't get the pass. Now they're going to punt the ball. Is Ripon, so we'll see if Ochoa can do a better job of dropping it inside the 15-yard line this time.
Ochoa has a great leg, kicking it all the way down. Last time they were in the same exact position, and he got it to bounce at the 15-yard line, and Sonora allowed the ball to bounce into the back of the end zone. We'll see what happens in this one, if he can get a little backspin, keep it short, or if Sonora might just take it back down.
And again, a lot of confusion on who's on the punt team here for Ripon.
Sonora nearly blocked the punt, and that one's going to bounce down around the 10, called for a fair catch at the 15, so Sonora will have it from there.
Yeah, great job there by Baker, making the fair catch, keeping it in play for the Cats.
Sonora up early 12-0, and when we look at the Motherlode League standings, which Sonora is in along with Somerville, Amador, Argonaut, and Bret Hart doesn't have a team. And based off what we see here early in the first quarter, what do you think Sonora will look like in the Motherlode League?
It's hard to tell right now. I mean, we've seen one game from some teams, no games from, say, Somerville. Right now, the Motherlode League as a whole has kind of seemed like they're a little bit down. Argonaut, Amador lost games last week. Calaveras went to Escalon on Friday night and lost. So right now it's a little difficult to see. We'll see here in the next couple of weeks, though, how things go and how teams are able to respond. This is a big game here for the Wildcats, kind of help the league overview by taking on another TVL team tonight.
A gain of 3 on that one, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Time still ticking down. As you see, the ball went just up the middle, and there was no hole in lane open for that running back, and that's why they stopped him quite short.
Yeah, but there's a good job by Greenway. Hey, there's nothing there. I'm just going to put my head down, push forward, get a couple yards, get positive yards on first down. That gives us an opportunity to do something here on second.
Curnow looking to throw, left side, ball tipped on its way as it drops incomplete.
Yeah, that time he tried to hit Steelman on a little hitch, but the defensive lineman there for the Indians looked like it was number 28, Carson Daly, making a play here. We'll see if it was him or 42. It was actually 42. Ethan Day, who got his hand up there and knocked it down for Ripon. Great job there by our crew, showing you the replay.
And we have yet to see Kenny Scott at the quarterback position for Sonora. It's coming down to the end of the first quarter. He might come in during the second or in the second half as Curnow throws right side. Caught for the first down, taken out of bounds, which will stop the clock as they head up to the 27.
Another great job there by Pimentel. That's his third reception here already in the first half. So you can tell him and Curnow have good chemistry here as they've been able to find each other 3 times, picking up first downs on 2 of those, and then the big touchdown on the third.
In the first and 10, Sonora at their own 27.
Curnow, single back, double tight ends, hands it off up the middle. He'll stay on his feet for a few yards, getting it down to the 31.
Yeah, that time handoff there to Moberg, and again, he picks up 4 on first downs. That's right where Sonora wants to be. Positive yards, and now coming in at the, I would assume, a wing position, but you never know. Here's Kenny Scott, so it could. We'll see if Sonora does something tricky here, or if he's just going to play some wing back here. We don't know.
Looks like Scott will be on the right side of the line, acting as a tight end, as he has one receiver on each side. Kenny Scott coming from right to left. Pitch out to the backfield to Scott. He's in trouble. Splits defenders. Making his way back upfield. Getting 1 extra yard after the tough offensive handle.
And again, another bad pitch here on the play. It bounces back to Scott. Scott able to control it. And then just being an athlete. Makes a couple guys miss. Gets upfield. Doesn't gain any yards, but it could have been a huge loss for Sonora. Instead, he gets it back to line of scrimmage.
With 17 seconds left, a Ripon player is injured on the field, and we'll take a look at some of our sponsors here on NorCal Sports TV.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Check us out online at br-cpa.net.
Sonora up 12-0, unable to convert on any of the extra point attempts available to them, although they're still up by 2 possessions. Ripon players still injured on the field, and this is only the first quarter, so what can we assume going into the final 3?
Well, right now, it looks like the player on the field is Manning, Jack Manning, and he's a 5'10", senior, 170-pound running back / linebacker for Ripon. And that's one of the guys on the Ripon team who just can't afford to get hurt. He had both 2 of the 4 touchdowns for Ripon last week, a 5-yard touchdown and a 12-yard touchdown run. So they take their time looking at him. And we'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers, real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall. Benton Roberson CPAs, providing personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in the heart of downtown Sonora. Learn more at sonoraconferencecenter.com.
Yeah.
Jack Manning still down on the field. They brought out the medics and the stretcher, and it looks like there's a little bit of movement on the field, and we'll revisit that play where he got hurt now.
Yeah, he comes up from his linebacker position there, trying to make the play here. Looks like him and his own teammate run into each other. And then you don't really see there, but it was friendly fire is what we call it when you're running into your own teammate. Unfortunately for him, he's been down, but he's moving. I'm sure it looks like it's just a precaution thing because he's moving his arms and his legs. Looks like he's been able to talk to the guys. I can see him clapping his hands down there. So those are all positive signs. I'm sure it's just a precautionary thing that they're trying to take all the precaution, and of course they should, here on the field before getting him off the field. And it looks like he's going to actually be able to get up. So they're not going to need the stretcher. He might sit on it. Nope, he looks like he's going to walk off. So that's a great sign there, as you see. Again, on the replay there, he's able to get up, walk off the field. So great view there. You never want to see somebody get hurt. Positive sign that he gets up. He's able to get off the field on his own power.
We'll most likely not see him the rest of the game. I mean, the second half might be a different story for them if he does get cleared for the protocol, but I wouldn't count on it, and it's always better that the players are safe rather than go out there and get hurt even more.
Oh, absolutely. And then Ripon's trainers are going to take a look at him, take care of him over down the sideline. I'm sure that, like you said, they're going to have some protocol to go through. But like I said, great sign that he was able to get up and walk off on his own power. Now there's 17 seconds left here in the quarter. Huge play here, 3rd down and 5. Ripon's got to get off the field if they're on defense here. And actually, it's going to be the end of the quarter, so we're not even going to get a chance because we had little issues earlier with the clock being off a little bit. Officials said, hey, no, that's the end of the third or the end of the first quarter. And
so Sonora will flip sides of the field, and they will now go from left to right here on NorCal Sports TV.
First quarter, our score.
KHB Construction. Make your dream home a reality. Enjoy the excitement and luxury of the home transformation you have always wanted. At KHB Construction, we are committed to clear communication and unmatched craftsmanship guaranteed to give you the best renovation experience there is. You dream, and we build it. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation at KHB Construction. Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Second quarter is underway as Sonora has it, passing right side, caught at the 40 for a first down on the first play of the second quarter.
And again, same guy, Chance Pimentel, just running a little stop route. Defender, again, same guy, Trent Vink. Taking advantage of him so far. They've got him 3 or 4 times now, as they've seen. Nice throw there by Curnow, just hitting the receiver wide open. Easy pitch and catch there for the Wildcats.
A few minutes ago, one of the Ripon players hurt, taken off almost on a stretcher, but able to walk off on his own as a handoff inside gains Sonora a few yards. The injured Ripon player went to the sidelines, and he'll be checked, most likely not coming back into the game.
Another good job there by Greenway, just getting what he can out of the play. He picks up 2. Again, positive yards on first down, sets things up for the Wildcat offense on second and third down.
Curnow coming back from the sideline after getting the play from the coach. Tells the team rather quickly. And they will set up with a single back, double tight end, one receiver on either side. Flicks it out to the left, lost control, and he'll be in trouble in the backfield as he's nearly taken down at the 35. A flag thrown all the way from the Sonora side of the field as he breaks free. Has a blocker. It's Curnow blocking for him. Down the right side, cutting left. Has an open field, stays on his feet. Down to the 10. And kicked out at the 5, but I'm 99% sure it's coming all the way back from Sonora. But great effort by number 27, Nick Garcia.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about in this play. First, you see nice job here by Garcia and a good job of getting downfield eventually by the quarterback and getting a block. Then Greenway comes down and tackles the defender. But there's a lot of penalties in the backfield, and it's coming back to the – I see 3 penalties on the field right now. There's multiple holdings / block in the backs. They were called on the offensive line on the play. And then Greenway, luckily, he didn't get called for one down here. When he gets downfield, love the effort, but he just wraps up the defender. But, hey, another great job of making something out of nothing by the Wildcats, Nick Garcia. Great effort, but it's going to end up being a negative play here overall after the bad pitch. And it's going to be a huge loss all the way back to about the 22-yard line.
And I believe that was Kenny Scott, who made the initial block that threw the flag. And the referee, who was at the 40-yard line of Ripon territory, threw that flag all the way down to the opposite side, about 30 yards, throwing the flag down there, seeing it all the way back. And now Sonora with it at the 22. We'll see if they can make another similar play in this possession.
Yeah, and that's what's hard. So you get guys out of position and out of timing on those pitches that hit the ground, and then it just becomes basically a scramble, and you never know where the ball carrier is for sure. And as you're a defender, you're like, hey, I see a guy, I'm going to get him, and it ends up being in the back or away from the play, a big hit. So
Curnow looking to throw, has a receiver up over the top of number 12 for Ripon, and they throw the flag. It's going to be pass interference on Ripon, giving Sonora the ball all the way down at the 45-yard line.
Defending for Ripon was DeGraff.
So DeGraff, the starting quarterback for Ripon, their plays safety, and that was just basically a vert pattern from the wing. I think that's kind of a touchy foul personally, but
I think it's more going to be called as a face guarding where you don't look at the ball, and that's what's really going to be the situation. He did do the right thing, putting the hands up, not touching the receiver, but you can't not look at the ball in high school football.
Luckily, it's only a 15-yard penalty. It's not an automatic first down in high school, so it's still going to be 2nd and 15. I mean, I don't know. I thought that was a pretty clean defensive play by the safety. And this is coming from an offensive coach who's not a big fan of defenses personally. But I thought that was a pretty clean play about the safety. I think that was a difficult call from a defensive coach or secondary player. But either way, nonetheless, you see the officials down there talking to the coach right now because he's saying the same thing I am. Hey, he didn't do anything. He didn't touch me. He didn't grab me. He didn't hold on to him. What do you want my defender to do?
Yeah, you can't be mad at the player for making the right decision. Although, once again, in high school football, if you just turn your head, look at the ball, that call wouldn't have been made.
So, regardless, it's 2nd and 15. Sonora got a huge break there. We'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Wildcat ball at the 37. Curnow back in action. Looking to throw once again. Defense flying in on him, trying to get it to Scott. Incomplete, which will make it 3rd and 15 now. Sonora in some pressure that they haven't been in all game.
Yeah, and that time, interesting play call there. They just went to a tight end. Kenny Scott was lined up as a tight end, trying to take advantage of his athleticism. Unfortunately, it was a little overthrown. And then also on the play, number 70, Chance Youngman, his helmet came off, so he has to come out for a play. So all kinds of things negative there on that play for Sonora. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Wildcats.
Sonora's offense the past few possessions, and what we've seen a lot of, is that it's very symmetrical. They'll have one wide out on either side, one tight end, and then Curnow and the single back, as we see that here. And we'll see if they decide to throw once again. As they do, Curnow in a lot of trouble. Taken down. Ball comes out. Ripon falls on it at the 43, and that will be Ripon ball in Sonora territory. This might be the momentum they need.
No, absolutely, and again, ball security, a big issue last week for Sonora, turning the ball over, setting up Oakdale, and then again this time it comes out, and look who gets on the ball. It's Trent Vink, the guy that Sonora's taken advantage of a couple times at the corner position. This time he comes up, and he's in the right place at the right time to fall on the fumble that the defensive lineman caused. So huge break and huge opportunity there for Ripon to take over at the plus 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Ripon has to capitalize here and get some points on the board now.
And this is Ripon's first offensive possession without their injured player, Jack Manning, who got hurt earlier. So we'll see if they can capitalize on it as this ball's thrown down, caught at the 20, taken down inside the red zone. A huge play on the first possession back.
No, absolutely. That time they found Nolan Young, and that pass was underthrown, or Nolan Young would have been dancing in the end zone.
Nolan Young making the reception.
Absolutely incredible. After the fumble recovery, taking a shot downfield, not even open per se. I mean, he had a defender crawling all over him, still able to make the catch.
Yeah, Blackmore was able to come back and get in the play, but he was beat behind him. It was, like I said, it was underthrown, which allowed Blackmore to get back in the play. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown easily for Ripon. Now they go back to the ground game here.
Got about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Daniel Espinoza, he's the other big back for Ripon. As we see him get the handoff here. Great play there by Parnell. Not blocked, comes down and says, hey, no one's going to block me. I'm just going to make the tackle. So a little mix-up there by the Ripon Indian offensive line. Creates an easy play for the Wildcats.
DeGraff hands it off up the middle. Sonora's defense is right there to stop him, but he is still able to get about one.
And again, Parnell comes in from his outside linebacker, defensive end, however you want to look at it, position, and he makes the play again. See him come down here, just slides down the line of scrimmage, nobody there. I'm going to wrap up some legs, and then the rest of my boys are going to come over here and make the tackle.
DeGraff in the gun, one receiver on either side. Looking to throw deep right side into the end zone. In the hands. Touchdown, Ripon.
Yeah, that was a great catch there by Bronson Burrow. Again, that ball was underthrown once again by DeGraff, but Burrow able to play the ball in the air, able to stop, let the defender go by, and then get his hands under the ball and make a great catch. There, again, Bronson Burrow, he is a 6'7", 230-pound tight end, only played 4 games in his whole career. Now he's a senior. He's getting looks from all kinds of big colleges because he's huge, and the size and great ball awareness, as Coach said, and you saw it there on the play. Ochoa blasts the extra point. But again, Burrow, great ball awareness, great big body. Both things Coach said, and they came through on that touchdown for the Ripon.
12-7, our score. Sonora up over the Ripon Indians on NorCal Sports TV.
Number 7, Trent Deep. Long snapper number 24, Caleb Johnston.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Check us out online at br-cpa.net.
First score of the game for Ripon, and they make contact with the extra point to make it 12-7, and that gives Ripon an advantage going into the rest of it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Ripon's got a great kicker over in Ochoa. He's missed one last week, which is unusual for him. He was 2 of 3. This week, though, he blasted that thing. It was right down the middle, and it was good from 40 yards out. So great job there by the kicking and special teams by Ripon. And we expect him to kick it deep here again. And, of course, I say that, and he squib kicks it out of bounds.
And that will be a penalty flag thrown as it went out at the 35.
Yeah, so, again, that's where Ripon's going to give him the ball at the 35-yard line. So far in 2 games, we haven't seen Oakdale didn't kick the ball deep to Sonora very often. They kind of squib kicked it or pooch kicked it. And now Ripon, the 2 times they've kicked off so far, has pooch kicked it and squib kicked it. So they're not wanting those deep guys, which are led by Noah Baker, to get his hands on the football back there. So far, a little scouting, coaching going on, and we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the football game.
Looks like we have a little confusion on the field as well. Sonora's ready for an offensive play, although the ball is still out where the ball went out of bounds, so they have to march off those penalty yards.
So the way the rule works is it's at the 35-yard line or where the ball went out of bounds. The ball went out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So the Sonora is going to get the ball on the 42 instead of the 35. If it goes past the 35, let's say the ball went out of bounds at the 20, they'd get up to the 35-yard line. But in this case, like I said, it went out at the 42-yard line. It's a good job by the officials, I think, of saying, hey, this is where it should be now. We'll see. They're talking again, so we'll see what they decide. But yeah, I mean, it should be where the ball went out of bounds. We'll see what they end up doing.
One thing I've noticed about both of these teams' offenses as well is that their running game, they always like to go around the outsides. Once they're down the middle, they can find a lane, although they still try to find the sidelines. I'm not sure what reason that is. I know personally for me, I'd be scared to get hit, so I would always run to the sidelines and try not to get hit. But I'm not sure what the team's reasons for that is, as this handoff up the middle is stopped 3 yards forward, and they're going to give them 4, a little generous on the play.
Yeah, and going back to that, outside run is if you look at the Oakdale film, like I watched the game last night on NFHS, I watched it, and Oakdale was able to get outside and run on Sonora. So, Ripon has that film. They have to exchange films, and they saw the same thing. Hey, everybody was successful last week getting outside and running those sweeps and that kind of stuff. So Ripon was like, hey, that's what we're going to try and do. Obviously, Sonora does that too, so they're going to try and fix that during the week of practice. So it really just comes down to whose adjustments are better than whose.
Handoff up the middle, breaking tackles all the way down to the 40 as he's finally taken down. Stop of forward momentum at the 40. Dodged about 4 defenders on the way down who had a few hands on him, although able to break through, had one blocker take him through as well, as we see on the replay. Had the blocker, ran into him, dodging left and right, but finally taken down inside Ripon territory.
No, and again, a great run there by Aaron Greenway from his fullback position for the Cats.
You were talking about film earlier and how each team has the film from the previous games. Coming up next for Sonora on Friday the 3rd, they will be playing Escalon here at Dunleavy Field as Kurnow is taken down, gaining no yards, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for them. And on the opposite hand, the Ripon Indians will play once again this Friday the 3rd against East Nicholas.
Yeah, and that's going to be an interesting game too, because East Nicholas is a team from the northern section. It's usually a pretty good team. They continuously have solid program, and so it'll be another huge test for Ripon. We got a timeout on the field. We'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
Sonora 2nd and 10 in Ripon territory. The multiple times Sonora has been here today, they have scored just about from this distance as well. One of the touchdowns came from the 42-yard line off a pass down the right side to Pimentel, and that was the first touchdown of the game, and we'll see if they can replicate that or if they'll stick with the handoff and try to fake out Ripon.
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of those swings where I said, hey, possible shot play here. It's second down, though, so less of a chance for a shot, in my opinion. I think they're going to go traditional and just try and get some positive yards, but we'll see what happens.
Takes the shot right side and taken down by the neck. It's going to be a horse collar tackle at the 42, which I believe is a 15-yard penalty, which will put them up past the 30.
Yeah, we'll see here on the replay here. It's just a little now screen, and I think that's a pretty good tackle. I think they're going to say it's a face mask. But I thought he got jersey and not the face mask, but we'll see what they say here. They're going to talk about it.
And the player is arguing with the ref on the field. Not good to do. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, and one thing you're going to learn as a player is you're never going to win that argument. Yeah, they're going to call it a face mask. And, again, I think it looked like one because where his hand was, but I don't think he actually grabbed the face mask. I think he grabbed the jersey right there. So, I mean, again, it's a positive break for the Wildcats. We get another view here. Yeah, see, he has him right around the shoulder and doesn't grab the helmet. But the way the running back spun, it looks like he grabs the face mask. So it's one of those things where officials saw the head snap, threw the flag, and they don't get the benefit of the replay like we do.
Cornell looking to throw deep left side in the end zone, has a receiver. Touchdown, Sonora!
Zach Spillman there with the catch for the Wildcats, the senior wide receiver. Number 3 for the Wildcats, again, Zach Steelman. Cornell throws it up in the corner. Zach goes and gets it. Nice job of playing the ball, getting his hands up at the last second. And number 15 there, Jacob Cody on the defense. Never had a chance, never knew it was going to be there because of the way that Zach waited, then threw his hands up to try and catch the football. Nice job there of playing wide receiver by Zach Steelman, and a great throw once again by Cornell.
Curnow throws for the 2-point conversion and connects. 20-7, regaining those extra point attempts that were missed with that 2-point conversion, which put them up by 20-7 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter here on NorCal Sports TV.
And with 7:08 remaining in the first half, Sonora 20, Ripon 7.
Embers, wood-fired food. We pride ourselves in serving the freshest produce available. We buy organically grown ingredients wherever possible and buy from local merchants to help support our small business economy. All of our dressings and seasonings are blended in-house, and our recipes are handcrafted with love and pride. Our restaurant is loud and full of life, and as the only restaurant in town with a wood-fired oven, we pride ourselves on the unique style of food we serve. So when you come to Sonora, come and take a seat at our table. We look forward to meeting you.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial.
Sonora kicks as they take the lead 20-7 in a huge kickoff after the score into the back of the end zone, and that'll be a touchback, putting Ripon in some decent field position.
Yeah, big kickoff there by Blackmore, kicking it into the end zone. But going back to the touchdown pass or reception by Steelman, he had 2 catches in the spring for 23 yards. So big play there by the senior coming out here, his first home game of senior year, getting in the end zone from 25 yards out. He's already made a touchdown catch and more yards than he had in the whole spring here in one game back at Dunleavy Field.
That's good news for Sonora for the rest of the season, as this is only their second game. And unlike the NFL, the touchback will put the ball at the 20-yard line, not giving them much room to run the plays, although just enough to avoid a safety if there's an issue. Handoff up the middle, gets a few yards, stop of forward momentum at the 23 to make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and again, they're run by Espinoza right up the middle. This is like basically the same version of the dive play that the Cats have been running. This time, big play there by Greenway, as well as number 5, Clay Woolridge, coming up from his linebacker position, making the play. Both inside linebackers there for the Cats came up, make solid contact with the running back, and able to drive him back for a short gain.
And a timeout by Ripon as the score is still 20-7 here on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
Second and 7 for the Indians as Sonora takes a 13-point lead, 20-7. 6.5 remaining for the Indians to try to get more points on the board as the running back is taken down with a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, and that was, again, another good job there on the defensive end that time. Number 66, Roger Alderman, coming down. Also on the play was number 75. Or 77, rather, Kristen James.
Brought down by number 77, Christian James, and number 66, Roger Alderman.
DeGraff in the gun. 3 receivers this time. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Right side, quick pass. High arcing, has a defender on him, trying to catch it behind the back. Looking for a pass interference flag. And there it is, coming onto the field late. So Ripon will have it for a first down on the 3rd and long, and will have it close to Sonora territory.
Yeah, that time they just threw it up to the big tight end who was flexed out wide on the go pattern. And again, a little underthrown, but that time it worked out in the advantage as Baker just ran right into him, didn't turn to play the football. Easy call for the defender or for the officials there, 15-yard penalty. Enough for a first down, so a huge first down that Ripon needed to keep their drive alive.
Any bit of yardage will help, especially after a penalty like that, which guarantees the first down from the spot of the ball. And now at the 39. The line gets set, man in motion, hands it off to the man in motion, trips in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Yeah, great job there by Purnell. Again, he just beat the wing to the play. Caleb Johnson was out there to block him, and Purnell just gets inside of him, sheds him, and then makes a tackle. Actually, it wasn't Purnell or Johnson. It was actually number 42, Ethan Day, who he shed, and he made the tackle. But still, Purnell doing a good job of there, just beating that wing and getting to the spot to make the tackle for the Wildcats.
Loss of 2.
DeGraff looking to throw. Quick pass once again. Same situation. Has him downfield. Caught at the 40. Running down. Defense quickly behind him. But he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Ripon.
Yep. Big tight end again. They just avert pattern to Burrow. And it's easy offense there. It's just a vert. Quarterback takes the snap, 1 step, throws it up for grabs. It's a 50-50 ball, and his defender was beat once again. Great placement there by the quarterback, and Baker doing his best to try and catch him. Burrow got to do a better job there, hanging on the football, going over the line. Almost had a chance for Baker to knock it away from him, but nonetheless, another huge touchdown play for the Indians right back in the football game.
Ripon slowly closing the gap as Ochoa puts up the extra point attempt, and that one is no good. It looks like he missed left just a little bit, but they bring it within 7 anyway. Less than 5 left here on NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers, real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall. Benton Roberson CPAs, providing personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in the heart of downtown Sonora.
And Garcia.
Squib kick for Ripon as Sonora will fall on it at the 24. Some of the people in the stands wanting it to go out of bounds so that they do get that extra yardage. Although, in a split decision, he did do a good job falling on it and making sure that Ripon wasn't going to pick it up.
So what will happen is, and this is a rule that a lot of people don't use, and he's a junior. That was Moberg out there. When the ball is that close to the sideline, the rule is if you step out of bounds and then touch the football, it counts as a ball going out of bounds. So if he would have just put another step out of bounds and then grabbed the football, it would have technically been out of bounds, and they would have got the ball at the 35-yard line. It's a special teams coach thing that, hey, 1 out of every 600 times you see it happen. But it was a situation there that absolutely could have taken place.
Back breaks free past the defense, and the defense tackles him down at about the 38. Getting through the lane, this time not favoring the left or right side, just straight down the middle, getting the yardage he needed, straight into Ripon territory on the first offensive play.
Yeah, that was Greenway again, and what happened is Ripon blitzed their linebacker and chose wrong. You get a 50-50 chance. He shot the right side, and instead the Wildcats went to the left side, and it was just right. There's no one there left. Greenway gets through the defensive line, picks up a huge run, and again, another momentum play for the Wildcats.
And it doesn't look like they really needed that extra yardage anyway, as they are now within scoring territory once again, right around that 40-yard line. Sonora has scored twice from that distance. And they get the defense to jump, and that'll be a few extra yards for Sonora.
Yeah, that's just a no play or hard count, however you want to call it. Freeze play. Wildcats send a guy in motion. The quarterback goes, hut, hut, hut. Okay, they normally go down set hut, down set hut, down set hut every time. That time, he went down set hut, no one moved. The defensive guy comes across, easy 5 yards, and again, that's a dead ball in high school. So as soon as he crosses, it's a dead ball, unlike college or pro, where you can snap the ball and get a free play.
And now it's 1st and 5, which usually teams in this situation, because they already have a free 5 yards, they'll take a shot as they flip it out to the back. And here is the play deep down the field to the 10. End zone touchdown, Sonora!
Clifton with the touchdown pass to Pimentel. Talked about that earlier. He did it last year against Gustine. And then here it is again tonight. A little pitch to him. Wide open Pimentel. All he has to do is get the ball out there, and he does. Great job there by Clifton on the halfback option pass. And again, the Cats are on the scoreboard via the air. 3rd passing touchdown of the night for the Wildcats.
And I expected, if there was a play that was going to be executed in that way, I expected Kenny Scott, because he played the quarterback at Bret Hart like we talked about earlier, and he is the backup quarterback, played it last week. But having Clifton do that, I don't think anyone was really expecting it.
No, absolutely, and that's where you get the advantage of, hey, you know, Clifton is a versatile athlete. He can do a lot of things, and then gets the halfback option pass. That time the 2-point conversion no good again by Moberg, but taking advantage of an athlete's skill set. Great job there by the Sonora Wildcats head coach and offensive coaches to be able to call that play.
4 minutes remaining in the first half. It's Sonora 26.
And a 13-point lead for Sonora, unable to convert on the extra points. Once again, just under 4 remaining. We'll see what happens next on NorCal Sports TV. 2-possession lead for the Wildcats, up 13 as this boot once again all the way down inside the end zone. A touchback, taking it back to the 20. And Ripon coming back on that offensive end, but now Sonora coming back, scoring right back, right at their throats. What's Ripon going to do now?
I mean, if I'm Ripon, I'm going right back to the same thing. I'm throwing the ball deep to 89. Sonora hasn't been able to defend it yet. He's got them twice so far. Here, looking at Barreau. So, I mean, yeah, if I'm Ripon, I'm just saying, hey, we're going to throw it up to Barreau again, let him go get it, and see if the defender can make the play. And then this time, you know, who knows?
And he is out on that right side. Baker, the corner, who's been doing an excellent job trying to defend him, although Baker not quite tall enough to really defend him in that way. Taken down in the backfield, the loss of 4 by the tackle from Clay Wooldridge.
Yeah, a great job there by Woolridge from his linebacker position. He saw a sweep, shoots the gap, runs the lane, however you want to call it, comes downhill, makes the play, as you see here on the replay. His key is sweep. He flies through, sorts the garbage, makes a tackle in the backfield for a 4-yard loss.
I would really watch that receiver now as they have even longer to go, and it is second down. Man in motion, cuts across, hands it off up the middle, stopped at the line by his own offensive lineman, and he'll gain maybe 1.
Yeah, and there's actually a switch that time on defense, so they got Blackmore out there covering Barreau. But again, a good job there by the defensive line for the Wildcats. Kenny Scott, Michael Purnell all getting involved in that tackle for Sonora.
We've seen the ability of Ochoa being able to kick the ball. At this point, they're deep inside their own territory. Will they go take a shot for the first down or just get a few extra yards? We'll find out after the timeout, I guess. 26-13 here on NorCal Sports TV.
KHB Construction. Make your dream home a reality. Enjoy the excitement and luxury of the home transformation you have always wanted. At KHB Construction, we are committed to clear communication and unmatched craftsmanship guaranteed to give you the best renovation experience there is. You dream and we build it. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation at KHB Construction. Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net.
2:38 left before the half. Ripon with it. 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff. Defense coming in hot. Completes the pass. Gets past Scott. Taken down at the 30, and it's going to be close to a first down.
Dylan's pass is complete to...
Yeah, that was a great job there. That time, everybody on the field was keying the tight end. They even said, hey, he's over here, he's over here. Tight end ran the vert, cleared it out for the fullback to come out there and make the play, or Ethan Day. And he gets just enough to get to the 30-yard line, which is a first down for the Indians, keeping the drive alive.
Just under 2.5 remaining. Can Ripon pull off the touchdown to only be down by 1 possession before the half? Split backs, hands it off. Taken down immediately in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Nice play there as you hear him getting a little excited there. It was Tyler Sells. And again, this is exactly where Ripon wants to be, really, honestly. I mean, yeah, they're down 2 scores, right? And you say, how is that possible? As we see another replay there of Sells making the great play. But Ripon has the opportunity to go down here and score. They defer, so they're going to get the kickoff in the second half. So if they can score here, come down, score again, that's 2-possession game, they'd be right back in the football game. The key here is getting a little bit of urgency here on the drive they're on here.
Hands it off up the middle once again. Gets a few extra yards off that one. And the stop of forward momentum is going to be put down at the 32, which gains them 3, but ultimately it will be 3 and 8.
Yeah, and now Sonora is going to take a timeout, which helps Ripon really because Ripon has no timeouts left. They've used them all. Ripon gets a chance here to set up this 3rd down play.
26-13. Ripon slowly marching downfield, 3rd and long. Will they score before the second quarter ends? And will they have a one-possession? Will Sonora have a one-possession lead going into the half? We'll find out here as they still have plenty of field to march down with only a minute and a half left. DeGraff in the gun. Looking to throw. There's that big receiver blocked and batted down by the offensive lineman. A good job by the Ripon line batting down the ball so that Sonora couldn't get the interception.
No, absolutely. That was a good job there. The defender on the play, I believe it was Franklin who got up and from his defensive end position, got his hands on the ball, and then the ball was floating around. A good job by Ripon just to bat the ball down. Hey, we'll spike it to the ground and it'll be an incomplete pass instead of someone trying to catch it and Sonora taking it back, and now Ochoa back to punt for Ripon.
Here's a chance for Sonora now to extend the lead as the punt is off. It's going to bounce around the 35, and Sonora will be very cautious as he touches the ball, and it's picked up by Ripon at the 30. So Ripon will have magnificent field position, only 30 yards now to go with 1 minute left in the second quarter.
And they're going to say he didn't touch it, so it's still going to be down by Ripon. And so it'll be Sonora football.
It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 30.
See the replay here. Bounce, and it's really just a bad choice there by the Wildcat. Can't tell if he touches it or not. He says he didn't, but he shouldn't even be in there at all. Nick Garcia, if you're not going to catch the punt and run to the sideline, get out of the way. So that'll be something again. Hey, it's only this second game of the season. Coach is going to tell him, hey, what are you doing? Go away. I'm sure they have a call, whether it's Peter or scramble or whatever. Hey, screen that and get away from the ball. Don't give it any chances back to Ripon.
Man in motion left to right. The pitch out to the outside. Has one blocker in front of him, trying to get out of bounds to stop the clock. Can't do so, but he gains about 3 yards. Clock counting down, less than a minute now, up by 13.
Yeah, and this is where in the past Sonora has had issues because, hey, they're going to run the football. But we've seen in the spring and now here so far in the first half of this game where Sonora can throw the football a little bit.
That's what they're looking at now. Left side has a catch, trying to find his way to the sideline once again. Brought down just short of the first down marker. Stayed in bounds. 30 seconds now.
Yeah, Stillman made the catch, tried to get away, but that was a great job of making the tackle. Trent Vink from his cornerback position. He was just wrapped around Steelman's legs and said, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to stay right here and keep you from going out of bounds.
We might see the arm here from Cornell as he keeps it. Brought down in the back. The defender didn't even know he kept the ball, but had a little nudge, taking Cornell down at the 35, making it 4th down, and it looks like the clock will probably expire after that one.
Yeah, Cornell was running the option there. He kind of lost his balance, and then Ripon was able to take him down in the backfield. But the Cats have the lead, 26-13 at the half.
On NorCal Sports TV.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
KHB Construction. Make your dream home a reality. Enjoy the excitement and luxury of the home transformation you have always wanted. At KHB Construction, we are committed to clear communication and unmatched craftsmanship guaranteed to give you the best renovation experience there is. You dream and we build it. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation at KHB Construction. Embers, wood-fired food. We pride ourselves in serving the freshest produce available. We buy organically grown ingredients wherever possible and buy from local merchants to help support our small business economy. All of our dressings and seasonings are blended in-house, and our recipes are handcrafted with love and pride. Our restaurant is loud and full of life, and as the only restaurant in town with a wood-fired oven, we pride ourselves on the unique style of food we serve. So when you come to Sonora, come and take a seat at our table. We look forward to meeting you. Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated, run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Check us out online at br-cpa.net.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers, real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall. Benton Roberson CPAs, providing personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in the heart of downtown Sonora. Learn more at sonoraconferencecenter.com.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
KHB Construction. Make your dream home a reality. Enjoy the excitement and luxury of the home transformation you have always wanted. At KHB Construction, we are committed to clear communication and unmatched craftsmanship, guaranteed to give you the best renovation experience there is. You dream and we build it. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation at KHB Construction. Embers, wood-fired food. We pride ourselves in serving the freshest produce available. We buy organically grown ingredients wherever possible and buy from local merchants to help support our small business economy. All of our dressings and seasonings are blended in-house, and our recipes are handcrafted with love and pride. Our restaurant is loud and full of life, and as the only restaurant in town with a wood-fired oven, we pride ourselves on the unique style of food we serve. So when you come to Sonora, come and take a seat at our table. We look forward to meeting you. Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated, run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net, or by calling 209-736-0963.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Check us out online at br-cpa.net.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers, real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall. Benton Roberson CPAs, providing personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in the heart of downtown Sonora. Learn more at sonoraconferencecenter.com. Broadcasting live from Dunleavy Field, I'm Levi Flores along with Jeremy Hurtado, and the Sonora Wildcats upsetting the Ripon High Indians 26-13 at the halftime score. And let's take a look at the scores throughout the first half.
Sonora got on the board first. They threw a 42-yard touchdown pass down the right sideline from Curnow to number 34, Chance Pimentel. The extra point was no good, gave Sonora a 6-0 lead. Then quickly, Sonora came back again their next possession and ran the ball in this time. This time, handing the ball off on an 8-yard touchdown run to junior running back number 26, Cooper Moberg. That time, they went for 2 on the extra point and didn't get it. At the end of the first quarter, it was 12-0 Sonora. Second quarter, Ripon comes back and answers on a long touchdown pass down the right sideline again from their quarterback, Dylan DeGraff, to their big tight end, number 89, Bronson Burrow, for 25 yards. Their PAT was good by Ochoa, cutting the Wildcat lead to 12-7. Sonora answered quite quickly, though, back again on theirs next possession with another touchdown pass, this time in the back left corner of the end zone. Nice little corner pattern to Zach Stillman by Curnow. 30-yard touchdown pass, 2-point conversion was good. Again, another pass, this time Curnow to Chance Pimentel again in the right corner, making the score 20-6, or 20-7 rather, Wildcats. And then Ripon came back on their next possession again, threw a nice long touchdown pass. Tried it the first time, didn't go. Second time, hit it once again to the tight end, Burrow, down the right sideline, this time 61 yards. That PAT by Ochoa was no good, making it 20-13. And then right before half, Sonora comes back, answers with a little trickeration, Monday Night Magic we called it, on off the air here, when they went halfback option pass by number 22 for the Wildcats, Cade Clifton, hitting Pimentel down the right sideline for the 35-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion was no good, making it 26-13, our score here at the half.
And let's do a head-to-head matchup real quick between both starting quarterbacks. Sonora, obviously, Curnow has been in the entire time. We talked about Scott coming in possibly later in the game. But a head-to-head matchup, Curnow versus DeGraff, what do you think?
So far, I think it's been kind of an interesting matchup. Curnow comes in kind of as the, hey, we didn't know who was going to start for Sonora. He's come in. I think he's played really well throwing the football. He's had his issues pitching. He's had 3 or 4 pitches that have gone away awry. Almost turned the ball over a couple times. He's kind of on that edge of living dangerously with those pitches. But he's done a great job of being able to throw the football downfield, finding his receivers. Him and Pimentel obviously have a great chemistry together. They've connected now 4 times here in the first half. On the flip side, Ripon, hey, it is what it is. They have a big receiver. They're going to use him. And so far, Dylan DeGraff's found a way to get the football into the big receiver's hands a couple times. And if I'm Ripon, hey, I get the ball here in the second half, I got to go right back to it. Let's see if Sonora is going to roll coverages to him, maybe double coverage, and they made a switch there. They did on that last drive, made a change and put Blackmore out there to cover him, which I'm not sure if that helps any of his height-wise. I know Blackmore's got a little bit more speed maybe than some other guys on the team because I coach Blackmore in baseball, so he's got some wheels. That's not a question. The issue is he's still only X amount of tall. Let's see what the roster says. It's 5'8", right? So 5'8" versus 6'7". I'm going to throw it out to my big guy every time. I mean, I'm just sorry. I love Blackmore, but if I'm a 6'7" receiver, that means I can go up and get it, okay? So we'll see what happens there. Great job here so far by both coaches, I felt, of using what they have at their disposal on the offensive end. And we'll see who makes the adjustments here to get the advantage in the second half.
And the second half is underway. Blackmore launching it all the way down to inside the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back at the 20, once again, 26-13. Sonora has the lead. And before we have the first offensive possession from Ripon, give me one-word answers to open the door with the key to victory. For Ripon, let's start with them.
Aggressive. They got to stay aggressive. They've been throwing the ball on the outside. It's got to be stay aggressive for Ripon.
All right, and then on the flip side, for Sonora, who decided to receive on the first half, now playing defense at the start of the second. What is their key to victory in this one-word answer?
Ball control. Hyphen. They got to hang on to the football. They've been on the pitches. They've been not taking care of it. Let's see if they can control that here in the second half.
Ripon's offense set on the field, split backs, and there will be a timeout called before the clock even starts for Ripon. So 26-13 here on NorCal Sports TV.
Timeout, Ripon.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far? My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because I thought there's going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it.
Ripon's offense out of the timeout, split backs. In the gun is DeGraff. Hands it off right side, has a lane, making his way up, splits the defenders all the way down the field, passes the 50. Here comes the Wildcat defense, taking him down at the 40. A huge run for the Ripon Indians.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson there, nice job of just following his blockers and kicking outside. Nobody left. As we see the replay here, patience, gets the puller. Boom, now he's down the sideline. Blackmore in a foot race, and I said Blackmore can fly. You saw it there. He can come out and chase him down, but Johnson doing a good job of getting down the sideline, getting the positive yards there for Ripon.
Quickly back to the line is the Indians. Same formation previously. They have the split backs and then the one receiver on either side. Takes the snap, hands it off, this time facing the left side as Sonora is ready for that one as they take him down for no gain. And 2 possessions ago, the Ripon Indians, the clock hadn't started yet, just out of the half, and they called a timeout. You said that something happened for the Indians. What happened?
So what happened there is, and it's one of those things that coaches just absolutely hate, is that somebody wasn't lined up correctly. So you have to have 7 guys on line of scrimmage. Somebody wasn't lined up correctly. Coach says, hey, I got to take a timeout here to fix it. It could have been somebody wasn't in that was supposed to be in. Regardless, you got to burn a timeout first play after halftime. That's just one of those things that just, as a coach, it just drives you crazy, and it could come back later on to haunt the Ripon if it continues to be a close football game.
Down at the 38, man in motion left to right. DeGraff hands it off, up the middle, finds a lane, splitting defenders down inside the 30.
Yeah, Espinoza that time. That's the same play. They just broke big down the sideline, except for they ran a little window dressing. They ran that motion across. Okay, but other than that, it was the same exact play. Okay, you got the kick out block and the pull. Running back cuts it up the middle. Espinoza doing a great job there, just playing power football. Staple play in the wing T. No, nothing fancy there. Just, hey, my guys are going to come and power your football over your guys.
DeGraff moves his running back from left to right as he takes a snap, looking to throw right side. Not quite into the end zone, but inside the 10. Intercepted by Sonora. Taking it down the left side, makes a move, and goes out of bounds at about the 23. A turnover, sending it back the Wildcats' way.
Yep, and there it is. That's what we talked about, rolling coverage. That time you had single coverage. It looked like it was going to be a good shot play. Instead, Kenny Scott comes over from that safety position, rolls over the top, and he undercuts the play, makes the interception. Okay, it was pretty good coverage there also by number 11, Blackmore, but Kenny Scott able to undercut it, double cover the receiver, goes up, makes the play, intercepts the pass, and gets the ball back to the Cats' 22-yard line.
First and 10 Wildcats at their own 22.
1.5 minute possession for Ripon, getting it all the way from the 20 to about the 30 of the Wildcats. A good possession overall, although just a sad turn, unfortunate events for Ripon as Sonora once again takes over at the 21. Man in motion left to right, and a few players jumped. We'll see if it's on the offense or defense.
Yeah, I think they're going to call Alderman there, getting a little false start for the Cats, so that's going to set them back. And again, so now Sonora has the ball at their 17-yard line. Okay, this is a huge possession here for the Ripon defense. This is what we call sudden change as a coach. That's when you turn the ball over unexpected. You're back on the field quickly. You see Alderman there. That was the no play where the guy comes in motion. Alderman gets a little excited and goes and jumps, but Ripon's defense has to do a good job here getting the ball back for their offense.
And the handoff goes nowhere as they will actually lose half a yard on the play.
Another good job there by Johnson for the Indians coming up. On that play, Ripon actually had a 7-man defensive line, and it was just man-on-man, and Johnson comes off his blocker and makes the play for the Indians.
And it looks like one of the Wildcats has a cramp on the field. They're going to help him out while he's there, but until we come back for the next Wildcat offensive possession, let's take a look at some of our sponsors here on NorCal Sports TV.
KHB Construction. Make your dream home a reality. Enjoy the excitement and luxury of the home transformation you have always wanted. At KHB Construction, we are committed to clear communication and unmatched craftsmanship guaranteed to give you the best renovation experience there is. You dream and we build it. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation at
2 minutes into the second half, Sonora up 26-13. Levi Flores and Jeremy Hurtado bringing you all the action as Kernow back in control for the Wildcats. Second and very long as he drops back to pass. Right side came off a little awkward. Has the receiver. It's caught in the hand. Stays on the feet. Past the 50 into Ripon territory. One defender slowly coming behind, but into the end zone. Touchdown, Sonora! Absolutely incredible. Looking for a block in the back, too, for Ripon, although no flags on the field, and that one will count. Put the 6 points on the board, headed up 32-13.
So that time, Kernow takes a shot and gets blasted right as he lets go, but he gets it up, and his receiver, Pimentel, goes and high points the football, goes down the sideline. Now, Sonora got lucky there because I thought there should have been an illegal block right there, as we see a better angle here.
At the bottom of your screen.
Once he goes from high points the ball, then here's a play that, boom. Okay, that's the play that they're trying to get out of football is a shot that, hey, that was unnecessary. He's 20 yards behind the guy. No official called it, so it didn't matter. And it's another big touchdown, 85-yard touchdown pass for Kernow and Pimentel. Now they're going to line up to go for two.
Kernow under center. Hands it off up the middle, trying to make his way through straight down the middle. Can't quite get it there. So once again, another extra point attempt or a 2-point conversion. No good for Sonora, which makes it a score of 32-13. Under 10 minutes left in the third quarter on NorCal Sports TV.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net. Or by calling 209-736-0963.
32-13, a huge, once again, pass completion for a touchdown from Kernow, all the way down about 83 yards as this kick will land once again in the end zone, sending it back to the 20-yard line for the Indians to take control from there.
So we asked the question at the beginning of the game, who's going to replace Milbourne in the passing? So far tonight, it's been Pimentel. That's his third touchdown pass from Curnow. His third touchdown pass, second from Curnow. But great job so far here by the offense of being aggressive, throwing the football down the field. Very unlike Sonora in the past. But so far tonight, they've done a great job of air Wildcat.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking pregame, and I was nervous about how the Wildcat offense was going to achieve what they want to achieve, and that's when they have 3 running backs all doing twists in the background, trying to get a handoff open as that one gains about 4 yards for the Indians. I was a little bit nervous on how that was going to turn out with such a younger team and a younger core, although you told me right away, I don't think that's the way that it's going to work. They're going to pass a lot more, and it's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I mean, and you just kind of look at how things went last week against Oakdale. Now, granted, Oakdale's a great football team, but they came out and they tried to run, and it didn't work. Second half, they came out, they had a little bit more success. Not that they had a huge success, but a little bit more success throwing the football. And then watching them in the spring, earlier this year / last year, however you want to phrase it, they threw the football a lot more than they have in the past. There's another great play there by Alderman and Greenway to make the tackle in the backfield. And so I just kind of knew, hey, if Curnow's playing quarterback, it's going to be a little bit more pass-heavy than it is, say, the option game.
A huge tackle for Sonora as we see the player who made the tackle, number 66, Roger Alderman, come out of the game. And we'll see what the Ripon Indians decide to do with Alderman out of the game, out of the defensive line. Will they decide to run it on 3rd and long, or will they decide to pass as they have 2 open receivers, one on either side, as DeGraff gets set for the play. Fakes the handoff, in trouble, swallowed up in the background, taken down for a 6-yard loss.
Yep, and then that's actually the junior for the Wildcats making the play, Jared Franklin, coming up from his defensive end position that makes the tackle, it looks like, in the backfield. Him and the other defensive end, Parnell, getting back there and meeting at the quarterback. And so offensively, Ripon having some issues picking up protection and now forcing Ochoa to come in and punt again for Ripon.
Cade Clifton on the right side, and you see number 11, Tim Blackmore, on the left for Sonora. Be aware of those 2 players, as Ochoa does not have a lot of room to work with his punt. They may be able to block this one, as it's nearly blocked by number 80, Michael Perrell, as this one will bounce at the 45 of Sonora territory and bounce all the way down to the 30. So the Wildcats will have it from there.
Yeah, 50-yard punt there by Ochoa. Nice job there by the Indian punter, flipping the field position. But right now it's all about, stopping the Wildcat offense.
Alderman back in the game. And Curnow getting the play from the sideline. Still the quarterback. Yet to see Kenny Scott even throw a pass. And Cade Clifton threw the 1 touchdown pass earlier on from the flick out to the right side and into the end zone. But Curnow once again under center. They're going to have 1 receiver on either side, man in motion, hands it up off the middle, and he's taken down quite quickly.
A traditional dive play there by the Wildcats, just to their fullback. That time it was Cooper Moberg in the play. He didn't gain anything, but so nice play there. That's a positive play for Ripon. If you're looking, positive, negatives, that you're looking as a coach, hey, that's what we're trying to do. Limit the first down possession or advancement for Sonora, and then you put them in traditionally a situation they don't like to be in, which tonight it hasn't been that way, of, hey, it's 2nd and long, they got to open it up and throw the football. So we'll see how this plays out for the Indians defense.
Same lineup for the Wildcats, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and the single back lined up behind Curnow. He gets the handoff and once again stopped at the line, now in some trouble as it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and Ripon's basically just forcing Sonora to throw the football here. They're lined up in a 7-man defensive line. They got 3 down linemen, and then you got 2 guys on each side. They got no linebackers per se. They got their safeties walked up as linebackers. So it's basically like a 7-0 front if you're looking at it from a defensive position. And then you got your 4 DBs. So it's kind of a situation where if you can stop in the backfield, it's going to be great for Ripon. If they get past that first wave, then it's going to be big time, which we've seen here so far, earlier in the first or second half, where the fullback's been able to get past that front line and then pick up big yards.
Curnow with the fake, getting back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th and 9 for the Wildcats, and I believe that's the first 3 and out of the game for Sonora.
It might be the first time they punted here tonight.
Now to bring up 4th down.
As the punt team comes in. So that time Ripon was able to be successful at that 7-0 front. We'll kind of just keep an eye on things and see if they continue to do that here the rest of the second half and force Sonora to throw the football, which hasn't been a problem tonight so far for them.
Blackmore deep to punt, and Kenny Scott is a little bit shorter than that.
Blackmore back to punt.
I doubt they're going to fake it and get it to Scott, although we will see here. Out to Blackmore. Defense came in very quickly as that one does not get past the 50-yard line, and Blackmore is hit in the backfield. A flag on the right sideline, but not in the backfield. We'll see what happens with the referee crew, if they will decide to have a penalty on Ripon or not.
No, so what the rule is, as long as you get a hand on the football, it looked like you got a hand on the football. So then you can technically hit the punter. Another thing is they may have ruled that Kenny Scott blocked him into the punter. And I know the official was pointing something back that way. So it was one of those two. Either he got a hand on the football because the ball came out weird, or he was blocked into it by the personal protector, which was Scott. Either way, it's going to be a first down for Ripon at the 45-yard line of the Wildcats.
Great ball position as DeGraff is in the gun, wing T, one tight end to the right side, and the receiver as well. Off the left hash mark. Hands it off, has a blocker, making his way right side, splitting down, gets 9, just short of a first down.
And again, that's that same play they broke earlier for the big play down the sideline. Johnson just following the pullers. And it's kind of a good idea here is Ripon puts their big tight end to the left, and they got double coverage over the top of him. So it kind of takes a guy out of the play. It kind of helps the Ripon Indian offense. Hey, we got better numbers by doing that, so we'll see if Sonora continues to do that here the rest of the half.
2nd and 1, DeGraff in the gun. Man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off, up the middle, gets the first down, soaring through, but only gets about 5, taking it down to the 30.
Yeah, and again, Espinoza, the big back there, going right up the middle, getting positive yards, and right now Ripon able to get some movement on that defensive line. We'll see if they continue to pound the football or they try to go aggressive and go back to the air here again.
Same formation. DeGraff hands it off once again. Getting more yards, and that'll be a gain of 5. The same play over and over and over again, getting the same amount of yards. What does the Sonora defense have to do?
I mean, it's really just a simple play, a pull or down pull, but I mean, you just got to be strong on the play side, fight the double team, get through and just create a pile, forcing the back to cut back.
Same formation this time from the right hash mark. Man in motion right to left. Comes back to his tight end position as DeGraff is calling out an audible. Hands it off left side, in some trouble, taken all the way back. Stop of forward momentum will be at the 26-yard line for a loss of 2.
At that time, good job of penetrating, getting pressure on that lead blocker, and then making the play, turning it back inside. As you see here on the replay, 42 comes across. He's supposed to clear out. He didn't get it cleared out. And then Woolridge able to come in and make the play. Also there was number 11, Blackmore for the Wildcats. So good job. Now what you got to be careful of is not necessarily here because it's third down. Everybody sees it. But if they can pick up the first down, watch Ripon go with a little play action off that and try and hit that tight end on a little either a corner route or a crossing route.
Handoff up the middle, taken down, gains the 2 yards back, but it's going to be 4th and 5 for Ripon And I think they have to go for it, being down 32-13.
Absolutely, they're going to go for it here. And it's that time the Cats' defensive line did a much better job of clogging things up and making a pile, forcing the running back to try and make a decision.
DeGraff coming off the sideline with the play, saying it rather quickly, talking to number 35 at the end for an extra second. So be aware of him, and he will be on DeGraff's left side. One receiver on either side. DeGraff takes the snap. Looking to throw. Defense hits the quarterback, throws it up, has the receiver in the hands. It's caught, stays on his feet inside the 5, and puts the ball down at the 2 for the Ripon Indians as DeGraff is slow to get up.
Yeah, and again, DeGraff was hammered as he let go of the football. As you see here on the replay, DeGraff pumped, boom. Can't see who he got hit by, but again, it's just to throw it up to the burrow, and he goes and uses his big body to box out and make the play. As we see another view here, we get to see a chance of who hit him. I believe that was actually Aaron Greenway from his linebacker position that came up and laid a lick on the quarterback. Just a half a second too late, though, as DeGraff was able to get the ball up and to the hands of the tight end.
And they will place the ball at the 4 as those extra few yards did not count. His knee was on the ground before. Man in motion, right to left, hands it off, left side. Doesn't get anywhere as the Sonora Wildcats swallow him up.
Yeah, and again, that's Greenway coming in. Also there on the tackle was Zach Moore.
Nice tackle in the backfield by number 44, Aaron Greenway.
Greenway jumps on his back. You see number 5, Woolrich there as well.
Second and goal.
So Greenway doing it from his linebacker position, also playing fullback. Now he looks like he's playing defensive line. Here in the goal line set.
20 seconds left in the third quarter, second and goal. DeGraff hands it off up the middle, fighting his way through, can't quite get it to the goal line, and he'll be stopped at the 1 with 10 seconds and counting left.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson there tried to get in. Nice job there by Sonora, just grabbing and holding on. Looks like it was Woolrich that had him by a hand.
That's the end of the third quarter. Our score.
And that will end the third quarter, and the field will switch sides, so Ripon will be going left to right at the 1 yard line on third down here on NorCal Sports TV.
Embers, wood-fired food. We pride ourselves in serving the freshest produce available. We buy organically grown ingredients wherever possible and buy from local merchants to help support our small business economy. All of our dressings and seasonings are blended in-house, and our recipes are handcrafted with love and pride. Our restaurant is loud and full of life, and as the only restaurant in town with a wood-fired oven, we pride ourselves on the unique style of food we serve. So when you come to Sonora, come and take a seat at our table. We look forward to meeting you.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Check us out online at br-cpa.net.
At the start of the fourth quarter, Sonora Wildcats up 32 to the Ripon Indians 13. At the end of the third, we saw the Ripon Indians go all the way down inside the goal line, inside the red zone, and get it to the goal line, but not quite get the ball to cross the plane. And this is where we catch up. Indians at the 1, looking to score on third down.
Yeah, if I'm Ripon, I'm giving the ball to Espinoza, and now we got a timeout called by Sonora. Didn't have the right personnel in as they got a guy running off the sideline.
And you were saying that you would give the ball to Espinoza for Ripon?
Absolutely. I mean, Espinoza is your big power back. I'm going to turn and I'm going to hand it to him and let Johnson lead the way, also with Day coming in there and leading the way. I mean, I gotta go with the guy that got me there, right? I mean, he's my big power back. So, hey, 2 plays from inside the 1 yard line, and I'm going to turn and give it to him twice. And if he doesn't get in, then, hey, tip your hat to Sonora and say, hey, great job, but I kind of expect Espinoza to be the guy here for Ripon.
And for Sonora, they just have to plug the holes, make sure that Ripon can't get through, because it's a matter of inches here from the ball crossing that goal line.
Yeah, and I mean, on goal line defense, it's really about leverage. Everybody has the gap that they're assigned to basically dive into. You dive and you grab. That's kind of what you teach a lot of goal line defenses. Is you grab in you're diving your gap. You grab the legs, whatever legs you can find.
Espinoza on the right of DeGraff. Split backs, one receiver on the right. And a flag thrown on the field.
So somebody lined up offsides, and it's going to be Sonora. So it's going to be like a 3-inch penalty.
Half the distance to the goal line.
Yeah, I don't even know if they moved the ball. They just said, okay, whatever.
Once again, Espinoza on DeGraff's right. Handed right up the middle. Not Espinoza, but number 24, Caleb Johnston, and that'll be a touchdown, Ripon.
Yeah, and what they did is they handed the ball to Johnston, and Espinoza got behind him and pushed him into the end zone, basically. You see here, boom. Hey, I'm gonna help you along the way, buddy. And easy touchdown, as it turns out, for Ripon. That's a huge play there as they cut it down to a 2-possession game here.
And with that play, the clock didn't even start, so there's still 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter with the 32-19 score. And able to tack on a few points is Ochoa, who will kick from the 10. And the extra point attempt is good to make it 32-20. Still a 2-possession game for the Indians to come back, but we'll find out. Still plenty of game time left here on NorCal Sports TV. 32-20 as the Ripon Indians go into the end zone on a half-yard carry, and they make the score 32-20. The clock didn't even start as they were that close to the goal line. Didn't have enough time to really take a second off the clock as it starts now. Now, Sonora will get the ball back. Still plenty of game time left, but it's a 2-possession game. What do you assume Sonora has to do with this clock management?
Well, first thing Sonora has to do is watch the football here, because there's probably going to be some kind of squib or onside kick. Now, if they're watching the video that I saw last week, there was a couple times where Sonora Wildcat front guys took off a little early and then didn't watch the football kick. So hopefully Sonora got that fixed in practice. There was a couple of guys on one of the sides that kind of left a little early every time, and we'll see if Ripon saw that and it chose to attack that. I was kind of waiting to see, hey, that was my little nugget. I watched the film. Got to see, hey, if I'm coaching, I'm seeing it right away. If we need it, I'm going to go to it. We'll see what happens here. They can line up in a little huddle for the first time. So expect some kind of funkiness here on the kickoff if I'm Sonora.
Looks like they're getting set for that now.
Now, what they might do is just try to pooch it up to like the 35-yard line and go get it. We'll see. Nope, it's a straight-up onside kick, and a great job by Sonora, number 34 on the play. That is Chance Pimentel. Of course it is. I should have known that by now. He did a great job at just getting on that. Not a bad kick there by Ochoa. Didn't get the big bounce you're looking for on the hop, but regardless, I like the choice there by Ripon. You play your percentages. Hey, let's go get it. If we stop them, we get the football back right here. If we don't, hey, then we get the ball back quicker and try and score again. So either way, you're playing your percentages there. You give yourself a chance to go get the football.
Wildcats looking to go up by 3 possessions as they snap the ball, hand it off left side. It's a fake as Curnow goes up the middle, gains maybe half a yard.
Yeah, that was a broken play. That was a great job by Ripon penetrating and actually hit the running back as he's taking the handoff, and then Curnow's like, oh, I better do something here. And he just held on to it and went the other way. Nice job on the play. Looked like by Jack Reading for Ripon to come in there and make the play. Also in on the play was Ethan Day for the Indians. So, again, there's a lot of time left in this game. It's only a 12-point game. That's 2 scores. A lot of things can happen in high school football. We've seen a lot of scoring tonight. This game's far from over.
Curnow pitches left side. Running back in trouble, but he gets past him all the way down inside the 40, taken out of bounds at the 39 for a first down, Sonora.
Great job there by Garcia here. He was basically 1-on-3, made a move, and he got around the corner. As we see here on the replay, 57 couldn't get there. Nice 22 tried to get the block, didn't get it, but 7 just kind of runs himself out of the play. And Garcia able to get up and around the left sideline, out of bounds, and got the first down.
My mental football brain thought that the play was over as soon as he pitched it. I saw the defense coming in, although my brain got tricked, and he was able to get the first down and an extra 3 yards even after that. A little football trickery as Curnow fakes it, and he's taken down in the backfield for a loss of 4 by 4 different Indians.
Yeah, that time there was a quarterback sandwich as Ochoa was there. Also on the play, you see here comes number 35 for the Indians. That's Espinoza. I think there was also another couple of guys there. 58 might have been there for Ripon. Cameron Arola. So a lot of guys in the backfield that time for Ripon. Big thing to notice there, though, is Espinoza comes out of the game. He kind of got banged up. So he's been that running back that's kind of done a lot for him. We'll see what happens here on second and long for Sonora.
Man in motion as Curnow looks to throw. Defense coming in hot. Up over the outstretched arms, nearly caught, but tipped out as the defender, number 1, Young, was there for the stop.
Yeah, and that there was actually like a little pop pass, and it was just a hair over the defender's hand, or the receiver's hands, rather, number 22, Cade Clifton, because otherwise that could have been a 6-point play there for Clifton.
And Clifton was calling for a pass interference call. Run us through why that wasn't.
It wasn't pass interference because he touched the football and tipped it in the air, then he got hit. I mean, once you touch the football, it's a live game. Anybody can do anything. And in high school, that was just a good play. I mean, the ball was overthrown, he tipped it up, and then he got hit. That's how it works.
Curnow looking to throw, drops back. There's the defense. Huge hit. Has the man upfield, but just off to the left side as the receiver was cutting left to right.
Yeah, and Ochoa makes the play there for Ripon there because he comes off unblocked. It's a half roll by the quarterback, and he comes from the blind side, as you see here, and he just plants his shoulder right in the rib cage of the quarterback, creating the pass to be a little off. And it's a huge play because I think the receiver was behind the DB. So, hey, DB goes over and says, hey, thanks, bud. You helped me out there because he might have been beat for another touchdown. Instead, Ochoa hits the quarterback, gets the big play on the highlight film, and makes a big play for his team.
Curnow is going to be feeling that one on Friday when they play Escalon here at home as well. That was a huge hit. I felt that up here at the top of the stands. As here he is once again, faking the handoff, throwing straight down the middle of the field, has a receiver open, looking for a penalty flag, but not going to get it as that one falls incomplete, turning it back over to the Indians at the 42.
No, and that was, good defense there, that time by Jacob Cody. You see here on the replay again, it's just a vol verts. One step, throw, and, hey, good job of playing defense. Nick Garcia had a chance to make the play, didn't come up with it. It's another one of those 50-50 balls we talk about. And that time, Ripon did a good job of making the play. Again, Jacob Cody getting his hand up. And he didn't necessarily have to touch the ball. He just kind of got in the way, and it distracts the vision of the receiver. And now Ripon has a chance here to cut this down to a one-possession game.
1 minute, 55-second possession for Sonora as Ripon gets the ball back, cutting up the middle, getting about 6 as he flops over the top a few of the linemen.
Now the big question for Ripon is we've seen 2 of the running backs go out. Okay, both Manning and Espinoza have gone out. So then if you're, 24, Jacob Johnson is going to be the next guy up. He's got to be the guy that is going to run the football for Ripon. It's either him or Ethan Day. So they're back there in the backfield now. So we'll see who can step up here for Ripon and keep next man up mentality for the Indians.
DeGraff hands it up off the middle into Wildcat territory as it looks like he will gain a first down at the 47.
And again, Johnson being the workhorse here on this drive as you see him following Day through the hole and get enough just barely for the first down.
Great job protecting the ball as well. You saw the hand of the Wildcat reaching in, had a full hand on the ball, but able to hold on and make sure that the ball wasn't going to come out.
Now if you're a Cat, don't get caught paying attention to the running backs. Hey, if they run the ball, that's fine, but don't get caught in the play action setting and let somebody run by you.
Looking to throw left side, has the man in the hands and falls out at the 20. Incomplete pass to make it 2nd and 10, and just like you were saying, focused too much, but just out of the hands.
Yeah, and that was a great throw by the senior quarterback, Dylan DeGraff. Put it right on the money, and it just came in and out of the hands of Nolan Young. He's been a big receiver for him here last week. Had a shot here to make a big play, and you see on the replay there, but didn't get it done. And DeGraff's a young man who, his sophomore year, he came up and he played one game of varsity and broke his arm. And so he missed the rest of the season, didn't play it all last year, so now he's getting his shot as a senior to be the guy here, leader for the Indians, and now huge play here for Ripon.
Down inside the 20, hit out of bounds for a huge gain and a first down, sending the Indians into the red zone.
Johnson again being the workhorse here on the drive after the shot play. Nice cut back here, getting to space, going down the right sideline, and a huge play. Nice job of Scott to knock him out of bounds. But another huge play for the Indians.
Back inside the red zone, and the Indians are steaming, looking to get into that end zone as DeGraff is in the gun. Split backs, one receiver on each side. Sets the line. Takes the snap, hands it off, finding a lane. Gets about a yard before he's stopped by the defensive line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, and again, that's Day. He's their third or fourth guy in the option in the backfield. But due to injuries, he's had to come up and play. He usually plays that wing position. Now he's playing one of those running back / fullback positions here for Ripon. But so far, hey, this has been a great drive for them. They've ran the ball a couple times positive, took a shot. Now, I expect them to just keep running the football here, probably going back to Johnston on this possession.
They need 9 for a first down as he takes a snap, hands it up off the middle, down to about the 10 as they gain quite a few yards on that one, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, we got another Indian down on the play.
Ethan Day, the ball carrier.
Ethan Day did a good job there of getting behind his guys. Nice pull by the number 50, Dylan Lua, for the Indians.
And just under 8 minutes left, another Indian down as we have a score of 32-20 on NorCal Sports TV.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far? My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
Third and 4 on the field as one Indian player is walking off. They need 4 for the first down, 11 for the touchdown as DeGraff is leading the team.
Cesar Castellanos there, the injured Indian, looked like he got his leg rolled up on, and he was able to walk off, so I'm assuming he's going to be able to come back in. But here's big play for Ripon.
Off the right hash, DeGraff hands it off. And taken down at the 10, that'll be 2 yards short to make it 4th and 2, a tough decision for Ripon.
Oh, this is automatic go for it here. 12-point game, you got to go for it. You're down 2 scores. Now, they've ran the ball. If I'm calling plays, I'm setting up in that same formation. I'm going to fake that handoff and have 89 come over the top and run a drag route trying to hit him while I have the outside receiver, Nolan, run a corner.
Will they get the first or will they get the touchdown? Here's DeGraff looking to throw left side, corner end zone. Off the top, looking for a flag, can't get it, and that will turn it over on downs from the 11. And another Indian down in the end zone. That's the intended receiver who hit the deck and is still staying there.
Yeah,
number 1 as he came down hard on his side.
Yeah, he probably just got the wind knocked out of him. He's grabbing his side, but it was a 50-50 ball there between Young and Garcia, and that time Young went up for it, and Garcia did a pretty good job of defending it. The official, if you're a Ripon side, you're going to say, hey, that's pass interference. If you're Sonora, you're saying, hey, that's a great job of defense. Either way, they didn't throw the flag, so it's a great job of playing defense. Sonora holds on defense, now gets the ball back to their offense at the 10-yard line.
If Ripon still wants a chance in this one, they have to make sure that Sonora turns it over deep in their own territory so they're that much closer to the end zone. But we'll most likely see a lot of Sonora running from this point, I imagine.
Yeah, and ball security. Got to hang on to the football here if you're Sonora.
Single back, man in motion, flips it out to the outside, gets around the corner, cuts upfield down the left side, and a huge tackle hit out of bounds at the 20.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play because you had that pitch, and it looked like Ochoa, I believe it was, had a chance to stick his hand out if he almost just saw it a little better. No, it was number 79 there. He had a chance to just reach out there and flip that ball away, but nevertheless, Sonora gets away with it and picks up 9. Also there on the replay, you saw a great job of blocking there by Zach Stillman, drive blocking his cornerback back almost back into the end zone.
Curnow, one deep wide out off the right side as he hands it up off the middle. Immediately met by a few Indians, but they push him forward for a first down, Sonora.
Yeah, and Moberg picks up the first down for the Wildcats, keeps things rolling. 6.5 left to go here in the fourth quarter. If you're Sonora, you just want a nice, slow, methodical 90-yard drive to kind of put this thing to bed. You don't want to give the ball back to the Indians.
About 6 minutes left, 2-possession game. Curnow taking his time in the huddle.
Absolutely. You're in a 4-minute offense. Here's what we call it. You're going to take time. You're going to be methodical. No hurry.
Flick to the right. Trying to find a lane. Gets inside. Gets a few yards, although taken down to make it 2nd and 8.
He's brought down by Johnston.
Yeah, you see that toss, rocket toss, however you want to call it. Again, good job, pretty good job by Ripon getting out there, cutting it off, and then Johnson able to flow and make the tackle. But Sonora still picks up 3 yards on the play and keeps the clock rolling. So it's so far a negative there on the play if you're Ripon, if you're looking at positive negatives.
On that pitch play, there's 1 blocker for the Wildcats and then 3 defenders, Indians, that are coming in close, and that's why he had to really cut back. But we'll see if Sonora can change that up a little bit as they have a similar play, but Curnow keeps it up the middle, gaining a few extra yards for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good decision that time by Curnow. He puts the ball in the belly of the back and then saw that there was a defender there instantly tackling the fullback, so he just pulls it, keeps it. He thought about pitching it there, decided, nope, I'm just going to try and get upfield, get what I can. And again, number 24, Caleb Johnson, and number 15, Jacob Cody, do a good job there of cutting it off, and now it's 3rd and 5. Big play here for the Ripon Indian defense.
3rd and 5 to Sonora, pass or run?
Oh, I say they're going to run the football. Just keep that clock rolling. Right now you're ahead 2 scores. Keep things going positive in your direction.
Curnow flicks it out to the left side. Trying to make his way past. Can't quite get to the 30, and it's not enough for the first down as it will be 4th and 3.
And that time, number 70 for Ripon almost cost himself a huge play. He comes up. Ripon makes a great defensive play here, and then you see right here he gets up and kind of shoves the Sonora defender, running back. And the official went to grab for the flag and they said, hey, I'm going to decide and just stop and talk to him. Could have easily got thrown 15 there. It'd been an automatic first down. But I thought it was a pretty good job of the official saying, hey, we're just going to we understand it's an important play here. Let's just kind of talk to him and say, hey, chill out, 70. Let's get back and play football. Oh, that's Levani Ochoa for Ripon.
And it's 4th and 4 in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes remaining, and a timeout will be called by Sonora. We'll find out what they do next on NorCal Sports TV.
Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. For more than 23 years, Scott's Distributing and Vending Service has been locally owned and operated. Run by folks who have a vested interest in the success and prosperity of our local economy. Learn more about our full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies by visiting scottsdistributing.net. That's scottsdistributing.net. Or by calling 209-736 0963.
Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships that help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Check us out online at br-cpa.net.
The Wildcats set to punt the ball as it's 4th and 4. Blackmore looking to punt, and 2 players for the Indians all the way back at about the 40 and 45. That one comes off a low buzzer down to the 40. Takes a Wildcat bounce to the 37, and it will be Ripon ball from there with 3.5 minutes remaining. Still a 2-possession game. Not out of the picture yet, although the Ripon offense has to score quickly and now if they want to have a chance.
Yeah, the disadvantage Ripon has right now is they only have 2 timeouts. Because what happened? They took that timeout the first play of the second half. So they know, hey, I have 2 timeouts. There's 3:21 left. In reality, they got to score in about a minute and a half here. Give themselves 2 minutes left to try and get the onside kick. If they don't get it, then you get a chance to use your timeout to get the ball back. But, yeah, it's kind of a desperation mode, I would say. Although, hey, you got 89 out there playing this outside wide. I mean, they've continuously just thrown it up to him and let him go get it. We'll see what happens here.
It looks like they're about to have a passing play as he takes the snap. Throws right side. There he is. Burrow. Open, stretches out the arm just outside as that one falls incomplete for the 2nd and 10 play.
Now, if Burrow hesitates a second there once he's got him beat and lets the defender run into him while he's trying to go out and get the pass, I think he would have got the call for pass interference. Instead, he had the receiver or the defender stacked. He able to keep going and just the ball was overthrown. But if you see here on the replay, okay, he has him stacked right now. If he just kind of slows up and lets the defender run into him, I think he gets the pass interference call.
Similar formation, and Burrow is out on that right side. Takes the snap. Here's DeGraff. Quick throw as the receiver hits the ground, tripped up, and the quarterback takes a huge hit as well.
Yeah, that time the turf monster attacked Burrow there as he came out of his break on the out. It was like they gave the same exact look, and instead of running the vert pattern, this time he just ran a 5-yard out. But he just slipped and fell on his cut, and that was a dangerous play because on those type of situations, a lot of times you see that receiver slip and fall, and then that corner is the only one there to make the play on the football.
2 plays, 9 seconds. Once again, it looks like Burrow might be trying to be the intended receiver. Pass left side, and the receiver is tangled up. No flags on the field, and an odd situation there for both teams.
So if we can see that replay again, this is where a Ripon defender or receiver doesn't do a good job of selling things. On the slant pattern, he comes across and he runs in the defender. If he puts his hands up to try and catch the football, he probably gets the penalty call. But instead, he just runs into the defender and stops his pattern. Now, it looked like he got banged and got hurt. Nolan did there, Young. But if he throws his hands up and tries to make a play, I think he gets the penalty flag.
4th and long. Ripon needs this one. DeGraff looking to throw over the top of the outstretched arms of number 26. That will fall incomplete to Thomas, and the Wildcats will take over with just over 3 minutes remaining in Ripon territory.
Yeah, that was a huge play. That was just 4 verts. You picked the inside route. You threw the vert. You overthrew him. You had him open. It's just one of those things where it's just a timing between the quarterback and the receiver, that time a wing. And honestly, 26 is a guy we haven't seen in the game a lot, so we know it's probably a guy that's filling in for one of those guys that are hurt and Ripon. And earlier in the night we talked about depth being an issue with Ripon. It's kind of showing its head right now is that they don't have a lot of guys that have played a lot of football, so they're learning on the fly.
Curnow pitches to the outside, and he's taken down behind the line for a loss of 3, and I doubt that Sonora is going to pass at all here. They just have to hang on to the ball, make sure they don't drop it, and the time will expire within those possessions.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, again, that little rocket toss. Again, nice job there. A great effort play there by Caleb Johnston. Again, he's been all over the field tonight. He's really shown a lot of heart for the Ripon Indians. He's playing running back. He's played defense. All over the place, making plays on both sides of the football. Tip of the hat there to him.
3-yard loss on that play. Second and 13.
Curnow once again, single back, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Pitch out to the back. Here's a throw. Drops the ball, and it looks like Ripon's fighting for it with Sonora. And we see the final call, and it will turn over to the Indians as Sonora tried taking a deep pass late in the game that they didn't really need. You see the ball come out and fighting for it. That is obviously Ripon ball, and they will have it near midfield. Let's see, they have a fresh 4 set of downs to try to get back in the end zone and have another onside kick to try to get it back. Once again, 2 possessions, not easy.
No, and that was a halfback option play, the same play they heard him with earlier. That time the coverage was there, I thought, pretty well. And, you turn the football over, so not only bad things, but double bad things here for the Wildcats.
Burrow deep on the right side. DeGraff hands it off up the middle. Wildcats not expecting that as he gets 8 on the carry.
Yeah, and Ripon got to hurry up here. They got to get it back up on the line, get set, call another play quickly. As you see, their receiver Nolan is out, so in there for him is Trent Vint.
Clark on the left, Burrow on the right. DeGraff takes the snap, looking for Clark, kicks it short, gets the first down, trying to get out of bounds, and the referee will call the play dead there at the 35.
Landon Thomas.
Yeah, that was Landon Thomas, number 26. That was just almost a little screen or out arrow pass, however you want to call it, but it was just a quick first down getter for Ripon.
The clock is running. DeGraff in the gun. Takes the snap. Looking left side. Gets the pass off. It's caught. And it'll be a gain of about 4 as the clock still runs.
Yep, nice job there by Vink. He makes the catch. He gets down, gets out of bounds, picks up 5. So nice job there. Quick sideline routes by Ripon. Now, here's the coach, right? You're looking at, hey, you're going to run that out, then you're going to pump that, and you're going to run it out and up and down the sideline. Careful for that deep ball here by the Ripon if you're the Wildcat defensive backs.
Burrow deep right side, has a running back on his right. It's DeGraff. Man in motion right to left. DeGraff hands it up off the middle. Clock still running as he gets down to the 26.
And Greenway
and then we're going to have a timeout for an injured Wildcat. Looks like Sells is cramping again. So that's actually a help to the Indians now. It's only going to stop it until they get him off the field. So if you're Ripon, you got to be calling your play right now. Get set up at the line of scrimmage as fast as you can.
And it will be 3rd and 3 after the carry. High red zone. Looks like Ripon is going to take their time as well.
Yep, so now, see, this is where Ripon's wasting time. 26 was when it happened. You're going to lose probably 10 seconds here that you could have had if you had the play called and up at the line of scrimmage once the
handoff up the middle, gets the first down, but stopped just after that as he gains 4.
Yeah, and the clock will stop to move the chains for the first down. But Ripon's taking a lot of time here. You got almost got to go for the end zone here, I think.
Roger Alderman on the stop for the Wildcats.
From the 24. DeGraff looking to throw right side. In trouble. Kenny Scott is there on the defense. Intercepts it in the end zone. He's taking it down the left side. Has a blocker. Cuts in. Down to the 30. Nothing but the field. Blockers in front of him. And he gets taken out late out of bounds near midfield with 50 seconds left. And that will do it. I mean, I'm going to call it right now. The game's in the fridge. 32-20 as Sonora takes home the victory.
Yeah, well, Sonora's going to get called for the holding penalty. And the question is, was it before or after the interception?
And you see the replay of Kenny Scott just finding his way down open lanes everywhere as far as he can go, and finally down to about the 50.
Pretty sure they're going to call it post-possession, so the interception is going to count. But I'm not. We'll have to wait and see here. I know they got holding on Sonora. Yeah, it's going to be first down Sonora, so it's after the interception. It was on the return. So technically, Sonora has to take 3 knees here, and it's over. Because Ripon has 2 timeouts now. Do they choose to use them? We'll see. Sometimes coaches decide to use them. Sometimes they say, hey, game's over. We know it's a 2-possession game. we're not going to worry about it. We'll see what they do. But either way, I think that was a little miscommunication. I think the quarterback thought that he was going to run more of a corner pattern, and the receiver ran up the seam. Either way, it was a good effort by you, Rip, and you kind of had to do it.
And Sonora will run a few more running plays as he goes straight up the gut, gets a few yards. And I hear no whistle regarding a timeout, so Sonora will just run down the clock as much as they can. I think they need to take one more knee in order to finish the game. And make sure to stay tuned after the time expires. Me, Levi Flores, and Jeremy Hurtado will have a little post-game show and talk about the game.
We'll also talk about what's coming up next Friday night here at Dunleavy Field between Sonora and Oakdale. Can't wait to get back here and do that game.
Sonora and Escalon.
Sorry. I was thinking Cougars. I don't know why I said Oakdale, but either way.
And that'll do it for this one, 32-20. Once again, stay tuned for the post-game show with me, Levi Flores, and Jeremy Hurtado. Sonora takes the victory here on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
This broadcast of Sonora Wildcat Football is brought to you by Scott's Distributing and Vending Service. Contact us for full-line vending machine services, office coffee service, and janitorial supplies. KHB Construction. Visit kitchenhomeandbath.com today to start your very own design-inspired creation. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th graders. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp for all the details. Embers, real food, real fun. Located in the heart of Old Town Sonora. Trade Trash Co. Coming soon for all your trade school information. Look for us on Facebook this fall. Benton Roberson CPAs, providing personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in the heart of downtown Sonora. Learn more at sonoraconferencecenter.com.
Sonora taking their first win of the season, 32-20 over the Ripon Indians. Looking back on the recent matchups over the years, Ripon won the previous 2 years, and now Sonora back on top. We'll see what they do next year when they play. But for now, let's take a look at the scoring. A super big first half for both teams, but the second half, not as much.
Yeah, it was a lot of big plays in the second half, just not a lot of scoring. But after the 26-13 halftime, Sonora came out in the third quarter here and took that 84-yard touchdown pass from Curnow to number 34, Chance Pimentel, down the right sideline, where he made the guy miss and went down the sideline all the way down. 85 yards for the touchdowns, 84 yards. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that made it 32-13, and that was the only score in the third quarter. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, Ripon trying to make a comeback here. Number 24 for the Indians, Caleb Johnson, put it in the end zone at the start of the fourth quarter. Ochoa kicked the extra point, made it 32-30. And then both teams had chances to score, but Ripon, 2 golden opportunities down here inside the red zone, turned the ball over both times, once in the end zone, once at the 10-yard line. And that really ultimately sealed the deal for the Indians. Hey, great job by the Wildcats, able to come in, stop them down in the red zone twice, and get the victory for the Sonora Wildcats.
And if I were to give a Player of the Game trophy or award of that sort, personally, I would give it to number 34, Chance Pimentel.
Pimentel is a good choice. I would also say maybe Curnow. He did a great job, too. I mean, both those guys definitely in the running for Player of the Game for Sonora. On the other side, if it was Ripon, if you're looking for something, I thought 24, number 24, Caleb Johnson had a great job both offensively and defensively. Now the big thing is for Ripon is they've had a physical game tonight. How are they going to be able to reset things, get things back to going, and come out Friday night when they take on East Nicholas? On this flip side, Sonora, again, Ripon was a physical football team. They came out and hit. They only have, 4 days, basically 3 days, to get ready to take on an Escalon Cougar team who I have seen already this season. And I'll tell you this, they are absolutely phenomenal. They play great offense. They fly around on defense. Their special teams is good. So it's going to be a huge test next Friday night, or this Friday night, I guess, for the Sonora Wildcats as they have to play Escalon, who has a full week of rest and recuperation to get ready to go and play here.
And that'll be this Friday, September 3rd, Dunleavy Field, home of the Sonora Wildcats against Escalon. Until then, for Jeremy Hurtado, our producer Dion I'm Levi Flores, saying good night from Dunleavy Field.